What's up, everyone? Welcome to D6 Stories. I'm Jeff. I'm our DM, and I'm going to let everyone do it quick. You might notice everything's kind of switched around. We're in a new spot. D6 Games in Rochester has moved to just a different location in Rochester. We are having a few difficulties, which is why this wasn't live on Twitch, but we're still getting it up on YouTube. And you might notice, again, if things get out of sync here a little bit, we've been trying to troubleshoot it. We're not sure what's going on, but we're still going to game, still going to have some fun. Why don't we start with, as always, we're going to start over here. Let you guys introduce your characters.
Even though
it's the exact opposite
on that side.
Okay, I start with AU. I start with AU. AU.
AU?
It's a me.
Again? How did that last week?
Yes, it's a me. Call it.
Age before beauty.
It's a me. Call it.
Hey, Luigi!
Guys, really?
That's a mono, Luigi, you.
My name's Colin. I play the lizard folk cleric barbarian named Smooshu. Yeah.
I'm Dave. I play Taman, who is the Asimar light cleric.
Oi, I'm Mike. I play Sark. He's the half-orc forged cleric.
Did you say ahoy?
Yes.
He did, which Alexander Graham Bell suggested be the way people answer their phones.
That's
Ahoy,
right.
hoy. It's true.
Okay, so it's not just a pirate thing, because I'm just thinking hidden scratch over here.
He said this every week and you just now noticed this. He really knows it.
I mean, I said this a lot.
Literally, weeks.
It's just caught me. How dare you?
I'm
We
Rachel.
have a
I'm playing
pirate.
Katari the Tiefling Bard.
She's had a
Oh, actually, I think you're over here, Rachel.
Where am
You're
I?
that one.
You're on that one.
That
already
one?
established
Whatever.
he speaks English as a second language.
Nobody
Boy,
worked that.
I.
Don't make him like that.
I'm Daniel,
We were fond
and I'm playing the fabulous, the fantastic, amazing, extraordinary pirate lord, protector of cows, master of locks, keeper of shinies, Captain Hidden Scratch.
and climber of trees.
It's a ship.
Fire ships. Thank you.
Awesome.
The spectrum.
I'm
Okay,
Luann. I play Abby,
I know.
the Ladrin Wizard.
Hi, and I'm Mark. I play Lockie, Eric Cochran, Mike.
And Mark, you might notice, you might not, it's a little, the camera's a little bit further back, but I think he grew at least 10 more gray hairs tonight. Trying to fix all this stuff. Thanks, Mark. Thank you, Mark, for all the work you do to make
You're
this
the
happen.
best. Way to go.
Sorry
Alright,
about your
so tonight is this group's last night stream. Well, I guess we're not streaming. Last night recording here at D6. I have a hair in my face. Okay. I'm going to be shutting my DM stream for a while. I've been DMing for a while now, and I need a bit of a break. And so, D6 Games would like to showcase some of the other people that are consistent here. And so, in 2 weeks, we are going to be having a new group starting up with the new DM, new players, all that. So you can check that out. So in a couple weeks, if you're watching that, we'll be having a new campaign, new everything. So get to know more people in the story. But we are going to continue and kind of get to a point 2 weekends ago, I should say, and the group met a frost giant named Harshanak that is taking them to go to the All-Seeing Eye. The Eye of the All-Father. And because there's an oracle there that's going to give them some answers to try to figure out. They've just learned that the reason that giants are kind of causing some havoc is that the ordning has been struck, has been taken apart. The All-Father, for whatever reason, has taken away the ordning, which is basically a caste system of the giants, with storm giants being at the top, the hill giants being at the bottom. And so all the giants are kind of vying for attention of their gods, and especially the All-Father, because they're trying to climb their way up in the caste system there. And so that's causing a lot of problems for the rest of the world. And these guys are going to try to figure out where this is coming from and what can be done to return some peace and some order to the giant kind. So They traveled up into close to the spine of the world and found where this Eye of the Allfather is, and they came inside. And they found this long hallway, and they found some barbarians at the end of it. For the sake of time and getting to the rest of the story, I did a little fight, and so they are currently now cleaning the blood off of their weapons. There's the smell of singed hair in the air, as well as blood, and they stomped them. They really did. They used some spells. A few of them took damage. A couple of them got away without any damage at all. But they are now standing before two giant doors that are frozen shut. That's what you can see as you kind of take in your surroundings, that the barbarians were kind of chipping away at it, trying to get the door open. So that's where you are. There is blood-soaked frost around your feet, and that frost is thick and has covered these doors. These doors have not been opened in a very, very, very long time.
So fun fact, guys, Uthgar tribe members, not so fireproof.
They are not. They are not.
Are the doors made of metal?
That's a really good question.
That is a very good question.
Very good question. That was a tough fight to die.
That is a very good question.
All right.
Was our most epic
Well, the
fight
hinges
yet.
are probably.
I feel sorry for anyone who did not just see that
There've
fight.
got to be parts of the door at least there.
Was
That
doing
was the
something
most
to the
epic fight in history.
It's both. It's wood and iron.
Okay.
Cool, I'm gonna cast heat metal.
And I will also cast heat metal
Okay.
That's
on
what
the parts of the door.
That's what a second level spell.
Yep.
It'll melt the ice.
Okay.
Okay. I'll say that using of those two second level spells, is able to melt it down so that you guys can start pulling on it. Again, between the quite strong individuals you have, as well as a giant. Harshnag steps up and rips the doors open, and let me tell you what you see as you open these doors.
Good thing there wasn't any traps on it.
Yeah.
Right. So, please, if there was a trap, I would have seen.
I bet.
I don't think you can find your way out of a bag.
You have one?
Yes, the cat is out of the bag, obviously.
I don't know why we keep you around.
Do
For
it
that
way
reason
before
alone.
if it were a wet bag.
I can turn that joke into a weapon if you'd like.
Okay.
Why we keep pool around? The cat?
No.
Me. Can you make me this? Bro.
He's coming through the-
8. You're gonna say 4 seconds.
Well,
And you're just a dragon wannabe.
Ooh.
I am
Tensions
a
are
dragon,
high
not a
as the
wizard.
doors rip open. Okay.
Lucio is sad.
You do that tongue thing.
I do not do that tongue thing.
You're a
And
lizard,
then I
not a dragon.
proceed to do the tongue thing.
All right.
So.
Instead of
So.
licking my hand, what tongue thing?
This is what you see.
And we close the door.
No. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Now do we close the door?
There's
They're
statues.
statues, right?
They're statues, right?
Right!
We're gonna say this is a cloud giant.
How many times do
Statue.
statues in these things come to life?
Oh wait, where's our cloud giant, Colin?
I don't know.
Man, they're gonna be really happy that we
Cloud giant, that's what
freed
we
them from their
resemble.
prisons. You know,
They even fit through the
doors
doorway.
No, that's Harshnag.
And this is a storm giant.
Okay.
And this.
Oh, he's the mighty Dr. Pepper.
This.
I've heard that's the mighty Dr. Pepper.
This is
Water bottle rocket.
a giant
Upside down.
It's actually Dirk.
that stands above them all. All right, here. There's flavor text, guys. Flavor text. All right.
Plus it's
Flavor
Dr.
like Dr.
Pepper.
You can do Dr. Pepper.
We aren't
Dr.
sponsored,
Pepper's
by the way.
not sponsors. Although for some reason, if Dr. Pepper, you feel like it, give me a call. Thick frost.
I'll drink it.
Thick frost clings to every surface of this 100-foot high vaulted chamber. 7 enormous statues dominate the room. The largest of them is an 80-foot tall robed giant, arms outstretched and his face hidden beneath his stony cowl. Facing a glowing archway on the east wall, which
Is that way?
Yep. So
The back wall.
there's an archway right here. Yep, facing a glowing archway at the east wall. Kneeling in rows on each side of the statue are 6 statues half its size, each impressive in its own right, and depicting a paragon of the paragon of a type of giant: Hill, Stone, Frost, Fire, Cloud, and Storm. These smaller statues face the bigger ones in the center of the room. In their outstretched arms, 4 of the giants hold weapons. Only the frost giant and the fire giant's weapons are missing. Okay. The archway is a 40 feet wide and 40 foot tall. 6 different runes are carved into it. Each one in, well, we won't say that yet. I'll just say they're carved into it. You can kind of see it through there's a glowing mist inside of the arch. And niches in the walls on either side of it contain empty covered sconces made of iron. Actually, I'm sorry. The sconces are glowing. They're like the ones that you already lit up.
Okay.
Okay, the room is lit. Okay, the room is lit, so everyone can see right now. And that's what you find. There are, as you kind of glance around the room, you do see that there are doors. There are doors here, here, and here.
Are they giant size?
They definitely are. They're big, double, just like the ones you went through. Maybe not as big, but definitely nice and big. All right, I'll let you guys take it from here. What do you do?
He's right here.
Oh, we found key. Okay.
No, it's locked.
Yeah, sorry.
We threw the key away
I
already.
didn't say that. Oh, retcon that. We found lock.
We already threw away the key, so.
Yeah.
Ugh.
There's no
Now remember, each of these squares are 20 feet.
Can I have our friend Parknight?
Oh yeah. He kind of opens the door and waits for you. You've gotten used to him. He always kind of goes last.
What's the shiniest thing?
The archway.
Actually,
Or
can you call the
zero.
statues ships?
The statues look like statues.
So is this each statue representing the race giant?
Mm-hmm.
We're not missing any.
Nope. They're all there.
In the middle,
You notice though that the fire giant and the ice giant, everyone else is holding out weapons.
so the two across
So
each other.
the hill giant has a big bone club. The stone giant across from him is holding a giant boulder, big stone boulder. The cloud giant has a mithril spear And the Storm Giant has an adamantine trident, and they are all big. Actually, they're giant sized, but like almost bigger. Like
So
These
we
are
couldn't
gonna
be wielding
real
them.
weapons or part of the statues?
they look like real weapons.
And does the sword, the fire and the frost giants don't have one? Do they look like they have their
They
hands
look like they look like they have something that should be in
there.
their hands. Yeah.
Is there any footprints in here?
No,
And is
this has not been touched for a long, long time.
is each giant holding a weapon that who are holding weapons respectful to the race? Like,
Absolutely.
That would respect
Yeah.
For
It makes sense.
I don't know anything about him.
Sark's gonna mosey on over to the doors on the right there and be like,
Okay. They are also covered in ice. Everything's covered in ice.
wasn't that just like
well,
Yeah,
These-
I'll follow.
Yeah. These are normal doors though. They're not like they don't have iron inlaid in them.
well, I guess I'll just take my mace and start bashing it, I guess.
that's gonna
It's
take
gonna
a
take
while.
like an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, if a couple of you are working on it at the same time, it'll slow it down. It'll speed it up.
I'd
a little
fireball
bit.
one of them.
I don't think I want to waste a fireball.
I know.
I'm gonna go to the archway.
Okay.
What's the center statue again?
The center statue is just giant. It's just like a big, huge giant, like twice as tall as the other ones.
Road.
I'm going
So
to
what's-
fly up to one of the ones without a weapon.
Okay.
And land on the hand or whatever that would be holding it.
Okay, it
Left or
grabs
right?
you.
Frost or fire.
Sorry.
That was one of the options.
No. Okay. There's now a bird perched on the statue.
So I take my talon and I kind of scratch at it. Does it feel like stone?
Yes. Question.
Yes.
Birds don't have a lot of control over their sphincters.
They're what?
Do you
I
poop
use
on the
the
statue?
scientific.
Every time you take off, you lighten the load.
Yeah. I just want to know: are aircockers like normal birds who they don't really control when they drop? It just drops.
My intelligence is higher than the average bird.
Yeah, but I don't see a score for sphincter tightening.
Con save!
Asking the pressing questions, Jeff.
Tell you what. If it moves,
Maybe
It comes out. It does now, baby. I'll tell you what.
whether or not I want to say that's lack of control or very specific control is up to you.
No, it just stays a statue.
Okay.
It's like painted. As you kind of dig around, you might find that some of the other spots might be, I don't know, maybe a little bit different material, like maybe more of a clay.
Okay.
Like these were very carefully sculpted
Okay.
by skilled hands.
And then the hand that's holding, or that would be holding the weapon, does it look like it was removed cleanly, or that there was damage done to it to remove the weapon?
It was not damaged.
Okay.
It was not damaged. It appears like you can tell that it's been removed and put back. Like it's worn, so it's used to being removed.
Interesting.
Yep.
I'll relay that possible armory for other creatures in the area.
I will say the Harsnag. I love whoever put key on top of that thing. Thank you.
First lock. It's
Yeah,
locked.
Yeah.
Give away the key,
Dang
remember?
it,
We
I'm
threw
sorry.
away the key, Jack.
I did. Alright, yeah. Harsnag is, he's actually, he goes up and to the big one at one point, and he kind of looks up at it, and he kneels, and he kind of puts his hands to his chest, and then he kind of goes about looking at everything else.
Care to explain the significance?
Quiet as always. And he says, "Oh, just respect."
Who does that represent?
Oh, that's the Allfather. That's yeah, that's it. That's Annam.
Is it accurate size?
We don't really know. And he points out. He says, "You'll notice that this is the one face that isn't carved, because no one knows what it looks like, and we wouldn't dare misrepresent him. So we know what the other gods look like."
Oh, so these are representative of gods.
Yes. Yeah. He said he points at that one. He says that's Grolantor at the Hill Giants. Oh man. He points to the Stone Giant. Says that's Goreas Stone Bones. He points at the Frost Giant. Says that's Thyrum. Fire Giant is Surtur. Cloud Giant is Memnor. And the Storm Giant is Stromos.
Those are some giant names.
You go over to the. You said you mentioned you went over to the. Okay, so as you approach, right? There's a mist that kind of glows or whatever. Every once in a while, as you'll actually see like lightning come across it.
Probably shouldn't touch that.
It doesn't make any sound, and it looks like it's like so. But you'll see that. Now, when you get closer, you see the runes kind of glitter a little bit, and as you kind of squint up at it, you're pretty sure they're made of mithril. Yep.
So the fog is underneath the arch.
Yeah. So the arch is 40 feet wide, so kind of like that, right? And so the arch kind of comes out just a little bit. It's not a whole lot.
Okay.
You know. Well, not a whole lot for a giant.
Maybe about 10 feet.
Maybe about 5.
5 feet.
Maybe about 5 feet out. And underneath it, that's where the mist is, right?
And it takes up the entire space on the inside of the archway.
Yep, the archway. Yep, but then there's a wall behind it that matches the other wall.
Oh, there's a wall behind it.
Yep, there's a wall. You can see it, and then inlaid inside of that wall, these big rooms.
Okay. So.
Mirror on the wall.
They'll call it Adri.
What?
This looks magic.
Like a small shot.
I will.
You're over there working. Who's helping him? You two are chopping away? Okay. Ching, 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 ching. Actually, Harshnag is going to come over after a little bit. He'll see, he'll kind of get the taller stuff. Get the stuff in his eye.
Thanks.
He's like, go! So with one swing is like,
Knocks up a
you
good
have like
chunk of it.
5 swings, he's like 1 swing, so it'll move a lot quicker. Okay.
So it'll take like 15 minutes.
I went up to Hit and Scratch and I'll start ritual casting Detect Magic.
Sure.
I'm just also over there chilling out.
All right.
I will try using the firebolt on the other side.
Okay.
This one on.
So you're gonna start.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Melting and knocking bits of ice off.
Cool. Let's see here. Oh yeah. You sense conjuration magic.
The
Archway. The whole archway is just. You also feel conjuration coming from the sconces that are nearby, that are glowing. It's kind of a cold light, and there's sconces all around the room, lighting this place up. And it seems like Anim has his own, somehow has a source of light coming out of him too, but it's hard to pinpoint it. It's just he seems to just light the place up a little bit. So
the magic's coming from the threshold of the archway.
So what does it do?
So I take my staff and just kind of.
Are you done for your statue?
Okay. Where do you poke on it? Just
No, I'm just like poke through the archway.
Oh,
He's poking through the archway.
okay. So you just take your staff and
I step back.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're just. Are you touching anything, or are you just putting it in the mist, swirling it around?
Well, I assume the archway is like something that people can pass through, right?
Yep.
No, there's a wall behind
Well, yeah, there is a wall behind it, and there's runes on it inlaid with mithril.
So is the wall recessed?
No, the archway comes out from the wall. It basically runs exactly alongside, except there's this kind of, there's like this jutting out, and where that jutting out is, that archway, that's where all the mist is, on the inside of the archway.
And the archway sticks
Yeah,
out
so
5 feet from
I'm
the
not
wall.
going to.
Okay.
I'm not going to touch the wall, but I'm just like poking inside the
Yeah,
archway.
you swirl, the mist swirls around it. It doesn't seem affected by it. In fact, when you pull it out, it's not like there's mist on it. Like, it's not wet. It just, but it does seem to affect it.
One piece
So
of
I'm gonna quit fire holding the door
Okay.
and go over there. Can I speak giant? Can I read the runes? No.
No.
Archnag!
I'm
What does
gonna-
this thing do?
Is there any other magic in the room?
Oh, Hagrid.
Archnag, yeah.
big guy.
Harshnag. Yeah. What now?
Is there any other magic in the room?
As you walk around, no. Well, that's it.
So then I relay
Not
to the
even
group
weapons.
No, the weapons aren't.
the archway seems to be magical, with conjuration magic,
The sconces.
and the sconces also have conjuration magic.
I'm gonna try to walk through the fog and touch the wall.
Okay,
More people.
sure. So you walk through and you just touch the cold stone. Okay? That's a wall.
I'm gonna go back to fire.
While he is going through, lightning goes through over the top of his head. You don't feel anything.
Okay.
It kind of startles you for a second, like, okay, we're good. But again, there's no sound, it's just like light.
Reminds me of an illusion, but that's not illusion magic.
Yeah.
Touch a rune and nothing happens.
You call for Harshnag. He comes over, kind of lumbers over. What can I do for you? You figure this out?
Do you have any ideas?
He kind of looks at the runes. And he points at one of them. He says, that's a rune for ice. Spelled I-S-E, by the way. So, for the record, the runes, like, I mean, they kind of go around the archway, kind of like, I'll use this space over here. They, so. Right, so the archway's like this.
There's 6 of them?
Right.
6
Yep,
statues.
there's 6 runes.
Wait, which one is ice?
This one.
Where's the frost giant statue?
That's this one here.
What's that one? Okay.
The statues move at all?
Nope.
Is anything different with that rune?
They all look the same. They all look the same.
Ooh.
He's like, yeah, sorry. Not my specialty. And he goes back, without saying anything else, he just goes back to start helping.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I would assume the other ones stand for the different plans.
Hey, can we pause for a second?
Sure.
Yep.
There was something I forgot to say. Can I say you were over here? Smacking at that wall.
Or that one?
Yep,
Sure.
Which one? The far one over here?
that one over there.
Sure.
That was the one I was
Yep.
firing.
No, you were over here. There's 2 on the
Oh,
wall.
okay.
It's okay. You're just doing the same one.
Yeah.
They were all working on the same one.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going back to firebolt them once,
Okay.
once touching the wall this time.
You work off, I will stay dope.
What else you guys want to do?
I don't know if I try.
Would you have gone over to this side though, because you were purposely going to the other
Well,
side?
that's true. Yeah, I probably would have gone over. the other
Okay, well, actually, okay, so I'm just going to say, as you go over there,
Yeah.
what you notice is over here in the corner,
Yeah.
what you thought was, because everything's covered in this frost, right, that you guys have been a part of. Thick frost. What you thought was just a part of the wall, you actually now, you catch a glint of light in the wall over there, right? So like, what you thought, and it's, you weren't able to see it until you got kind of to the right angle or whatever,
Okay.
and then suddenly you're like, hey, that there's a part of that wall that looks like it's kind of glowing a little bit.
I'll get closer.
Okay, so as you go over there, what you notice, there's actually a hole in the wall right here, but it's been covered up by this frost.
Frost. Okay. Well, I'll start.
And so when you you have to kind of come at it like from this angle,
Right.
right? You kind of have to come at it like, and as you notice, it's kind of like a crack is formed in the wall, like if the wall is this thick, right? It kind of comes at it like that way, so that like if you're coming out this way, the crack goes this way through the wall, and so this is covered in frost now,
Okay.
and it just catches the corner of your eye.
All right. I'll start firebolting that.
Okay, yeah, because there's something on the other side. You can, yeah, it's big enough for like you're a little bit thicker. Maybe a smaller person might be able to fit through, squeeze through.
Where's the
I believe we buried.
Hey man,
them
cats
back
can
in
fit
Mexico.
in places you never thought they could fit.
Yeah, I actually saw a video of a cat like crawling under a door
Yep.
yesterday.
Even my cat is
Crazy.
not the one.
Yep.
They can get their heads through.
They can get their heads through, they can get their whole body through.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that is official lore for the Tabaxi too. Okay. At least in my games they
Well,
are.
our tabaxi has a pretty big
All
At
right.
least it's not that.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do? It's going to take them about 15 more minutes to kind of get through their spots respectively.
We don't recognize any of the other runes.
Touching them doesn't do anything.
Well, no one's tried touching them yet. Are you sure you want to do
Yeah,
that?
he did.
You guys just touched the wall. You
No.
touched the rune?
Yeah, go on. See, that looks like a front. I'll touch
That's not a good face.
There's a button.
As
Press.
he starts reaching for it, I step back.
Yes.
He'll never get to go through the hole.
Yeah.
'Cause
Or-
he'll be dead.
I need everyone to make a. Hang on.
Make a survival save, as in if you fail, you die.
Some sort, so.
This affects everyone in the room.
Okay, note to self, don't touch any more buttons.
and,
Hey, curiosity killed the cat.
and all of his companions.
Rune on the wall, he wants to check. Rune on the wall, he wants to check.
Oh man.
Probably shouted a warning. I'm about to touch the thing.
And he does. He takes a step back. And that's great.
I believe there's only 6.
99 runes on the wall.
Deja vu. I feel
Cats
like
on
I've
the
done
wall.
this
Why is it?
before.
Oh, there's cat on there.
Except it was cat the last time.
Is it 99 bottles of runes?
All
If I
right.
didn't
This
give up my gnome,
is
would've done touch
a
them all.
dex saving throw.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I'm good at those.
Not today, at least.
I'm not good. I am not good. I feel there is only 7.
I mean, he did yell that he was touching it, so you wouldn't see it coming.
Yeah. I only got 1 iron.
I got a 20.
12, so it's 12.
All right.
Oh, that's so sad. 24.
Did you get 11?
Your back sticks.
14.
No, I get
7.
24.
20.
16.
7?
I rolled a
Both
19.
bad.
You 3 are going to take half damage of this.
Oh. I activate evasion.
Oh, I rolled crap. Well, yeah, my 2d8s that are on this. Okay, so what happens? You touch this, right? That miss in a blink of an eye. You guys all know it came from the archway, but it happens faster than you haven't seen many things move this fast. Suddenly, there are clouds above you and ice, like a giant hailstorm, just starts pelting the whole room. But I guess they weren't as big as they could have been because on my 2d8s I rolled a 2 and a 1. So,
Three.
well, no, that's you took 3 for bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Okay. But then you have
We're taking half of all of this damage, or was
Yes, it'd be half.
half the whole thing. So that's 3 plus. Let's see, that's 14 cold, so 17 damage total.
So they're not big, but they are really cold.
Yes. Yep, they have quite the magical.
17 divided by 2 would be 8. Yeah, if you round down.
Yep, round down, you take 8.
I wanted the cat to.
Does the storm go all the way up to the ceiling?
Yeah. It just says everyone in the room.
I'm still at 50 hit points. I'm fine.
I'm not.
That's not even my max.
Just below.
I'm not enough now because I already had damage before.
That's more than my max hit point.
Hey, you have a cleric that only goes into rage mode, so just have him heal you up. He's not going to use the spells for anything else.
Mr. Cleric, I could use some heals over here.
How much?
Well, I'm down half my hit points at the moment.
So he's looking
So I need
bloody.
about
Harshnag's like,
I need about 28 hit
Is
points.
he a frost? No, what kind of giant is he again?
He's a frost giant.
He's a frost
yeah, he
giant.
kind of gets melted with it. And while it's going on, he just keeps. All of you are like, he's just like.
I mean, it's giant size. Giant size hail's not as big as
Yeah.
but it's for us. It's literally giant ice balls all over this guy, like ice basketballs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tie that cat up.
Natari's gonna pull a blanket.
It
out
probably
of
won't
her
happen if I touch the other one.
If that was the orange one, don't touch the fire.
Did you touch the ice one?
I did.
With someone with magic hands, please heal the bird.
Yeah.
I've been told my hands are magic.
Other than like that.
I finally did something, guys!
I learned the trick.
I learned magic. Sorry, I'll be better aiming next time. Oh.
Other than like the antler stuff, is there any other like things hurting us?
Nope, that's it. And after it tails you for a while, the mist, as quickly as it came, recedes back.
Okay, then I will take 10 minutes to cast a prayer of healing.
There you go.
Which one of these runes look like fire?
I will abandon you, unfortunately, for 10 minutes.
Oh shit, how it is? Oh wait, never mind.
David,
Sorry for licking his wounds.
Okay,
I imagine orcs would lick their wounds.
Like physically. I know tabaxis do.
okay, that's on the lower spectrum. 14 hit points to everyone.
14 to everyone?
14 healing.
That got me
It's not
to
14
max out.
damage.
That's almost back to where I was at the start of the
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost back to where I was at the start of the
You
night.
asked for it.
so Taman, can you translate the rest of these ruins?
Nope. I tried. I looked at him.
I was like, Harshnag's been kind of rubbing off at him. Taman's become a lot more blunt and with you're around a giant, you speak giant, He actually kind of reminds you of some dwarves you've known.
No, he probably reminds me of some Goliath stuff.
I mean, that's what I meant to say. Goliath,
Dwarf.
slow, you're the dwarf.
You need to,
Goliath, yeah.
in those situations, you need to get information from one person to another as quickly as possible.
You've actually watched maybe he's kind of reverted a little bit back because he's kind of back around that time. Because that's just kind of how giants are. Cloud giants, for the record, are the only ones where you're going to find cloud giants and stone giants, surprisingly, are going to be the ones who actually do a lot of talking because stone giants are very much about the art. So, anyways.
So after our tabaxi friend stuck his hand into the archway, did the archway react in any significant way beyond the ice storm?
No, that's all that happened. Like, the rune didn't change. Right? In fact, it took you a second to realize what was going on because you were like in the mist. It's like the mist receded; it just expanded, and you're just like, huh. So you hear these sounds, you're like, oh crap! Oh.
Damon,
Yes.
how much more healing do you have prepared?
I can do some more if necessary.
I'm going to need it.
How much do you need?
That depends. Can you have everyone else leave the room, please?
He's gonna go touch them all.
Gotta touch them all. Gotta touch them all.
I don't do that kind of healing. I'm not Marvin Gaye.
Might I suggest that we just fire an arrow at the runes and see if that triggers it from afar?
I think that would work, but we could try.
I mean, it only
Can you
costs an
shoot
arrow
from
to
way
try.
back here? Like that's quite the distance.
I was like, but
Yes, that will not be an issue for us.
There's some crack in the wall I'm trying to get
So
to.
what is it, like 200 feet?
Wow.
it's actually not taking you very
Probably
much time.
Oh, okay.
It's actually
300?
Well, let me
So I'm
know
shooting
when
with
it's
disadvantage, but I can still... I can shoot out to 600 at disadvantage.
I don't think shooting on would work, but we can try.
okay. Let me finish this up quick.
It only affects who's in the room, so we want at maximum one person in the room.
Well, I mean, I would stand in the doorway and just shoot at it.
Okay. Do we want to try that? Just get everyone
Might as
outside the
well.
room.
There's no harm in it.
What?
We're gonna get everyone out of the room, and he's gonna try shooting the runes from a distance. See if that
The
activates
frost giant didn't change at all, right?
I'm making progress on this crack.
them. Oh, I think if we hit the fire one,
yeah,
it's
I was
gonna
just gonna
melt
say
the
that's-
door.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
do
we
you know which one is fire?
Oh.
Trial and error.
It's one of the remaining 5.
You know?
Which one it isn't?
Be methodical.
You know? I might have a thing for that. I may not look like it, but I think I can tough out fire a little better. I mean, I know you probably
All
do
right,
the
so who
same.
has the 300-foot pole we're going to touch these things?
We're gonna shoot an arrow.
That would be me.
If that works.
All right, sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna go outside the room.
Yeah.
So we leave. We're on the doorway here.
Okay.
Oh, problem though, there's a giant statue in the way.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I can shoot him. Well, no, he's big and rogue.
Between the legs, maybe?
Big and rogue.
Sure.
Open.
This will be quite the shot.
I mean, he's already shooting at disadvantage given
Yeah.
the distance.
Okay. Yeah, it's well. Okay, so here's the deal. Okay, so you are going to be able to shoot this one.
Hey, Locke, I'm pretty sure you're the key to this situation.
The inspiration.
You've officially turned your inspiration die into puns. So, like, that's how you give out inspiration dice through puns.
That kind of bard.
So far.
You've become the worst nightmare of my. I love
The
it.
bane
Thank
of your
you.
existence.
Thank you.
Best bard ever.
You can hit these two.
The
Really?
bottom left.
You can't see these two,
That
gotcha.
largely hurt.
and you can see that one.
So I can see
Well,
3
okay.
and
You know
5.
what? Actually, to be fair, I didn't actually draw that too well. Full sight, half, none.
Gotcha.
So it's just going to be added on to the difficulty. or
Try
whatever.
to go for the
That's right.
full
It's got half
Go with the
cover.
full cover.
That's
Gotcha.
okay, he's got a quiver.
I do. I have enough arrows, so this could take
Alright.
a while, but
Okay, you know what? Hang on though. Let's just say you burned the thing on him.
Yeah, him actually.
All right. So I'm just gonna don't worry about it. So you're aiming for that first one down here,
sure.
Bottom left.
and everyone's out of the room.
Shooting with an arrow
Why?
actually
Just
do anything.
come on. Just. Oh.
Like I said, I was gonna sit there and push them all the damage.
So should I read this in the spirit of what it says, or should I read it literally?
In the spirit.
I like spirit.
Well, if we start with the spirit, we're ending with the spirit too. We're not gonna do the spirit and then like, well, let's try that written. So in the spirit of what's written. Okay. So you shoot.
Have to do first.
Alright.
Okay. I
Rock, paper, scissors
I
for
fly
it.
in really quick. Did I hit my mark?
Oh yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, you saw it.
Alright. And it was
Are you
before I
trying to
left
lose or
one.
win?
Okay.
I'll go run again and push the button.
You
See what
are?
it is. Yeah?
Are you sure you should be the one doing that?
I love this. I love this so much. I'm not.
We're just rock, paper, scissors for this, so.
Okay.
And I
She
won.
just takes off, running in. Where are you going? Oh, don't touch it! Okay.
No, we literally sat
We
there
really
playing
were
Golden
playing rock,
Paper
paper,
Shears.
scissors for it.
We've just played.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Paper
Okay.
wizard.
I suppose I'm still in the room, so you should probably put me there for the damaging.
Oh no, you just.
I flew in there to make sure my.
That's
arrow hit the
fine.
smart.
You were able to get half. You saw it.
Okay.
You saw it. Okay. It hit it. You see her running in. You just like. See, you're super fast, right?
Yeah, sure.
You can totally beat her. Right? Even if she was like part of the way through, you could still fly over her and get over there, right? Based on your speed.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not going to object to this?
I
Okay.
don't think I have a choice at this point.
She's like 16, you're just gonna let her.
Okay. So you run up and
She's fireproof.
Fire!
okay.
But what about the rest of them?
This time the mist comes out, right? But this time, the mist turns into like glitter, sparkles, starts falling from the sky real gently, and you're just like, oh, it's beautiful. Like multicolored,
Too pretty.
amazing, right?
Oh, pretty. It's too pretty.
And oh,
Pretty hurts.
okay. No, you can go ahead and roll. Tell me what you get.
What am I
Plus,
rolling?
Charisma.
plus your. Hang on, I'm looking for it. Oh, wisdom.
Wisdom.
You might be fine.
4.
4. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So she goes over and she kind of stands out and she kind of is looking, and then, for a while, she kind of just doesn't move. Right? She just doesn't move. And then she just stays frozen.
Oh crap, she's petrified.
Are you okay?
And then she quickly like
Okay, she's not petrified.
quickly like
You alright there?
Sir, you should go check on her.
Yeah, you're right. I'll go look and check on her.
okay. Do you rush?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
It's gonna take me a while to get there.
Yeah, it's gonna take you a while. So you start and you kind of look around, and then she kind of looks down, and she's like, "Hi, yeah, that was cool, wasn't it? Right?
Could we see the glitter?
Yeah." She's like, "That was pretty amazing."
Can I do it inside on her?
Yeah.
She's alright.
I don't think it's her. She sounds like Jeff.
Hi. Hey guys, it's me.
You caught a cold.
I think I
See last week for why we're doing that.
I'm gonna say my deception would be a +6. So
That's an 11.
Okay. What kind of weapons do you have on you?
a dagger and a rapier.
Okay. So you get to her, and then she's like, "Hi, yeah," and then she goes, "Shoo!" Okay, make an attack on her
Oh dear.
with your rapier.
That was.
23 to hit.
Oh yeah, now
Oh,
you roll
roll your damage.
That hits me.
You are motivated.
I'm.
Isn't that like just barely?
Yeah, that's over my AC because I have AC
It's
22.
incredible.
It'll be 4 damage.
Okay. What do you do?
Technically,
What the
piercing.
hell? What the
Technically
hell?
piercing.
Technically piercing.
I'm gonna try and grapple Zentari's arm and try and.
Sure. Well, remember that just means she can't move. Grapple
You can
doesn't
still
mean
attack.
she can still attack.
She can still
Can
attack.
I use the grapple to grab her arm?
You can try disarming her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can try disarm her.
That's
Here's another one. And spell
15.
slots.
Roll a dex against it. I guess. Because you're trying to grab the thing out of her thing. And...
That thing out of the thing.
24.
Okay, I need you to make another attack on him. I rolled for all these.
That one.
Okay, sweet. She throws her weapon.
I just. What the song and hell's going into?
She's gone. She was just there. Like, literally, you're coming up to her, she's like, I'm good. And then suddenly she's gone. Like, you can tell she's not there anymore. She's like, her eyes are just...
The toddy turned coat.
They're looking at you, but she's not
If
there.
anyone would do that, it would have been me.
What do you do now?
I'm sorry, Zitari, but can I try and slap some sense into her?
You gonna smack her?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
That's.
For one.
Well, if it's just flat based on my strength, that's 4 points.
Well, is it unarmed attacks just one, or is it...
It's 1 damage.
1 plus
Okay,
my strength.
go ahead and make your attack roll.
Yeah,
Thank you for the not
that's
nat 20.
T.
Okay, so you smack her.
So for 5.
Okay, so you take 5 damage.
Yay.
And then you pull out that dagger and you gut him. Or you try to attempt to.
24 to
Good! Nice!
Yeah.
You guys are good at hitting
for
each
4
other.
damage.
For 4 damage.
Woo, PvP.
So you stick, okay, so here's what happens. You stick your knife in his side, and you're like, you saw it all happen.
Sorry.
Don't touch that one.
there.
It was a confusion spell.
I'm gonna.
And I literally
Yank the
rolled,
dagger out
I
of
rolled,
his
do nothing, do nothing. I think I rolled 3 times, do nothing. And then the next time was attack if there's someone next to you, so that's why she went, and then you were already moving to her.
Yep.
And then there was, she's fine and connect normal. And then there was, she's fine and connect normal. And then the last 3 were, she attacks, she attacks, she attacks.
Of course.
It was
I
7,
was like-
7, 8. I was just like,
You're alright.
I couldn't have rolled that better.
I would never use this deck. Where the
You used it quite well. Just for the record.
I've never used. Okay. I'm just gonna.
I'm holding on to your arm for a second. Just
No,
like,
she's not struggling. She's
just like,
it would last for 10 rounds.
it's just like,
That's what I rolled. 10.
can I roll?
I feel like
In character, start this out on this. Can I
Yeah.
roll insight on it?
Yeah, absolutely. You feel like something lifted you.
That's a 10.
Like you recognize I wasn't.
that was a spell. It's gone. Okay. I feel like she was putting her knife back in her boot, and he's just holding her arm.
Right?
I don't know.
That's
Not
gonna.
right here.
That's gonna.
You know,
I'm almost.
I think we shouldn't be touching any more of those rooms.
I was almost through
Scratch,
that crack
it's your
over there. Let
turn.
me just get through the crack. And
Exactly. Hey guys,
Hey.
get in there.
I'm gonna start firebolting the crack again.
I'll come over and help.
Well, actually, it only takes a couple more.
Okay, a couple more. Okay, we've got a crack.
Okay.
Hey, hidden scratch. You
Yeah.
can fit through there.
No.
I'm pretty sure you.
I
Oh
think
look!
you can be hidden.
Look! Here's a little shiny coin.
You'll be hidden.
Toss. It's lit up.
Just like you always wanted.
Am I able
I've
to
seen
fit
that
through
trick
there?
before.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, and it's always worked.
If someone wants to drop some healing on me before I go in, I'm willing to go in there.
That was unbelievable.
How much?
Healing on me,
Sure.
Yeah.
because I'm still down 14 points.
I'm the life.
For the record, you took far less damage than you probably would
Nice. That's
Depending on
10.
have. The other ones.
Good.
Oh.
Yay, I
You
only
jerked the
got
camera.
2 slots.
Will the Akakra fit in with
You
his
jerked the
wings?
camera.
What happened?
Sorry.
I'll
I
hit the camera.
try and go
touched
in there.
the thing. I messed the camera jerk.
Gotcha. I'll fix it. Yeah, so I'll start climbing in there.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I'll just let him go then.
Well, while you try to convince him, Locke is just through it.
Okay.
Told you the key to our success.
Well, I tossed a lit coin in there, so we should be able to see what happens.
It's well again. It was already lit
It was lit up.
because that's how you're able to see through it.
Right.
All
Are
right.
you yawning again?
Yeah, they are.
Yawning.
All right. So as you kind of peek your head through,
Yep.
what you see is this room, again. Oh, actually, the reason why it was so easy to get through this one is because it looks like the frost was only from this side. This side is actually, as you kind of pass through the crack, you pass into warmth. It's warm. Before it was cold and all that kind of stuff. Now suddenly you're in some warmth.
We'll peed in the pool.
And and immediately when you stick your head through, that's what you see. The reason why is because there's this huge raging fire in this bowl-shaped container basin at the center of the chamber. It's just right, and it's making quite a bit of a noise. I mean, if you've ever been in the presence of a big bonfire, it makes quite a bit of noise. Inside, but as you look at it, you're like, okay, so this is where they ate, because there's these huge, long tables and huge seats. You see about 6 tables carved out of the granite that everything else has been carved out of. Well, what must be underneath all this frost.
Right.
And you see neat stacks of plates and goblets made of beaten copper, and they're all kind of green and black with age. After the fire and kind of the general things, 2 things stick out right away. Okay, the first is you see a big giant. You see a big steel great axe leaning up against the wall on that side of the chamber. So I'll draw this.
Perhaps the missing great axe from the other room?
Definitely.
Sort of gives
It's the first hypothesis that would run through your head. That's for sure. So you see kind of a big half circle room over here. There's some big pillars right here. And so here's the big fire. And you have big tables.
Still alive in there, Locke?
Still
Of course.
alive.
I'm actually seeing.
And so yeah, you see over here, you see the big giant axe, but then right here you see something is moving. It is
So where's the movement coming from?
right here.
Over there. Gotcha.
Over here in the half circle, you see something that looks like a no. You actually see something that kind of looks like a big giant insect. It's blue. It's
It's sounding like this.
hang on. I gotta make sure that I'm saying this right.
A rubber has?
Rumor has it that this is going to be.
Yeah, rubber has it that
Rumor has it this is the one you're fighting.
gonna die.
Yes, yeah. It looks like a big old giant centipede, but it's blue. It's got it looks like a big blue centipede. You can't actually see its head. You just see that it's curled up, and you can just see it breathing.
Oh, breathing.
And it just doesn't move. Your guess, it's sleeping.
Yep. So I'll crawl up the hole so that way I can get back in if I need to. And then I'll very quietly talk back through the hole. Large room, the giant axe is probably missing. Also a giant living, breathing centipede looking
Step on it.
A giant living, breathing what?
centipede looking thing.
Is it blue?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I've hunted them before.
What is it?
It's called a remores. Don't go near it.
Can they
What's
climb
that
walls?
about?
They kill people. They eat them whole.
I'd just like
So
to
does
say that a
Sark.
lot of the things that we fought kill
Not
people.
people.
Dude, can they climb?
Okay, sorry. So does Mushu.
They
Give me a roll.
they make tunnels in the ice. I don't know if they can climb. I have no idea if they can climb.
natural one.
Natural fire.
They can't
They can
fly.
swim.
They breathe fire.
But I know they make tunnels in the skin.
Okay. So I'm going to very quietly, aka roll a stealth check.
Yep.
I'll use my inspiration if needed.
Okay.
Do a pass through the entire room.
Okay.
Towards the ceiling, like just under the ceiling. Okay. All right, that's right. Yay, inspiration. 22 stealth.
Very quiet.
Yeah.
And again, the sound of the fire burning helps. So it doesn't seem to move, and so you're able to fly over.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, you just notice it's big.
Okay.
It's
Are there any tunnels in the ice leading into the room?
no.
Interesting.
This is
Are there doors in this room?
no.
It's the thing.
Well, probably the doors that we're hacking away at. Right?
Yeah, it looks like they lead right into here.
Yeah, we probably would have made a ruckus going through those doors too. That would have been bad.
That's a good question. Can I hear them banging on the other side right now?
Well, we're not banging them.
In fact, he took away the ice about as quiet as you can, because he was just going, so it worked out well.
Okay.
Sark was about to go over there and be like, "Shank, Shank!" Luckily, though, he was right there. He was like, "Oh, I'm good."
The great axe. I assume it's much larger than I'd be able to carry.
You are looking at this sucker. How much can you carry?
Probably not much.
Take
I
a
can
look at
carry
the sword in
definitely.
Harshnag's hand there. And take a look at our minions next to it.
With my 6
It's as big
strength,
as
I can
us.
carry it.
Yeah.
If not bigger.
Yeah.
I got about 40 pounds that I can carry beyond my current capacity.
40 pounds.
And I'm carrying. Okay.
Out of curiosity.
So I'll fly back to the hole. It's like there's nothing else of significance in here. At least I assume I didn't see anything else of significance.
From where we're at, can we see which way the doors are opening? If they open inside towards us,
They look like they could open up either way.
Saloon doors.
The fire, is it like centralized in a pot or bonfire, or where's the fire coming from?
It's right there.
But I mean,
Like, how is it alight?
Is it a
Yes.
How is
cauldron?
it? You don't see it. It's not. It doesn't seem to be like burning. Like, it's not like there's a bunch of trees inside of there being burned. It's coming from some other source.
but it's giving off heat.
Oh yeah. That's
Would
why
I
the
be
whole,
able-
the whole place is warm.
Would I be able to use it, like grab a piece of it and put it in front of one of the doors to start melting the door?
Well, again, yeah. You don't see actually burning.
Like I don't see the source of the fire, or
It's magic fire.
There is a hole. Like if you're getting close to it,
well, I would have done that in the past too. Yeah.
then yeah. So you can kind of make out there appear. It's this big basin. There does seem to be a hole.
Yes.
Could be a fire elemental.
It's sleeping.
I do have torches, but I would still need a source to actually light. I mean, any of us could light a torch theoretically. And
The
Melting a door with a torch would take a
The
long
fire is
time.
the source. You stick the torch in it.
well, that's what I'm saying is that I can't see the source of the fire. There's heat coming up. There's a hole, but I still don't see the source without going further in.
You can't see the actual flames.
No.
No, you can see the flames.
Oh, I can't.
Yes.
What do you mean? The fire itself?
I can see the source of the fire.
Oh
the
yeah.
flames.
You can see that there's a hole, and out of the basin, there's fire filling the basin. Big, huge bonfire.
There's not wood at the bottom of the
But you don't see
basin.
wood. Like, there's nothing you can
Flames
grab
coming
to
from
put. That's what you asked,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Well, while he's checking the room out, we're going to work on the door.
Okay.
And finish up on that door.
Finish up.
Okay. So you go over. Sung in. Yeah.
I'll probably go ahead and crawl back into the main room now.
Okay. Okay.
Do we think we need to put all of the weapons back?
That's what
I
I'm
think-
I'll
thinking.
think so. Maybe.
We're gonna go by the archway and stare at the buttons some more. Tempting me, mocking me.
I would like to hold an action to hightail out of this room if he gets too friendly with us.
Consider your action held.
I mean, fairly easy for us to figure out.
You now know you don't want to be banging on that door.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll go up to the door that they need to start opening, and I can firebolt it.
Does anyone here have silence? Or not silence?
Yeah.
I think it's silence where you can silence a area effect.
I don't have it prepared, but I.
Because I mean, we could use that
I
to
do
bang on the
have
door.
silence prepared.
Damon does.
Yeah, so we could use that and then bang on the door, and then there will be no sound generated by the banging on the door.
Oh, that's true.
Oh.
Okay.
But then
On
most
which-
people can't
On
cast
which
in
door?
I think he's saying cast silence on one of the doors over.
So you cast silence because it's an area effect, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, so you cast silence on the area of the door,
Yes.
and then you break the ice while in the silence, so that way there's no sound emitted from you breaking the
Very
ice.
well.
Well, you've already found that if you just firebolt it, which you have and you have,
Yes.
And it's a cantrip.
it's pretty
It's
quiet.
pretty quiet.
So just shoot.
Yes.
Alright.
So the rest of you working on that one. The fire people are working on the other one. Because
Yep.
you know you're gonna have to go through there eventually.
Right.
Because that axe does well. Okay, the axe, if carried by two smaller people, no, that's too big.
Would I be able to? Would
It won't
I
fit
be
through the
able
crack.
to? If I took my armor off, could I fit through the crack?
But the axe can't come out regardless.
Yeah, the axe not coming through the crack.
But the axe is. All right.
But you,
Firebolt,
since you've
firebolt.
already, you do know, yeah. You do know. I mean, you know what the end it looks like or whatever.
So, alright, so at some point we finish fire.
Yep.
Bashing on
so
one door
time-
and we finish fire.
Is anyone doing anything else while they're all doing this?
No.
I don't know, play with some string.
Okay.
Keep my mind off the buttons.
He's really not hoping. He wants to know what the buttons do, but he
I'm
also
giving him a shiny
doesn't want
coin
to die.
that's lit.
I have string. It's fine.
Okay, so you guys, after some time, you finish it off. Both doors you feel confident you can open now.
Okay.
Are we going to the other one?
Which one are you gonna do? Both are now available.
Well, we know what's in there, so let's go look at the other side.
Okay. Does everyone agree with that?
Sure, yeah, let's do the other side.
Okay, so you guys open up the other side slowly, as quietly as you can, which, to be fair, isn't actually that quiet because big old giant doors. Big old giant doors. All right. You see.
I assumed it would be identical. Is that an eye?
Yeah, so I Sauron, you guys all died.
But then we can't continue the campaign.
I played Sark.
It's always Sark's. We always blame Sark.
Sure.
I blame Mushu for keeping the.
Oh man.
That was kind of small.
I'm being bullied.
Tell it to your dad.
This is zero tolerance. Tolerance there.
Zero tolerance party.
You're gonna have to leave.
Yeah, this is a zero tolerance party, Rachel, and we
And
will
it
be
involves all the
tolerating
issues.
zero.
Both people, so both people have to get kicked out.
You can leave.
I'm immune. I'm immune.
Wow. I do not have enough here. Okay. This continues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 7. So it actually continues out to about there. Okay? There you go. Okay. It opens up to a big old long hallway. You notice to your right that. Oh, whoops! Crying out loud. There's also stairs that lead up there. Yup. I did that wrong. Okay. Okay. So there's a landing up there. Okay. So stairs on either side of these.
That go up and
Go up.
like
So
that.
this is up. So it goes up,
Oh, okay.
and then up, there's a landing up. Okay. So you go up this way, up that way. Just imagine this is all centered, please. I just didn't want to count out all the squares. Okay.
Probably move the camera.
Yeah, there is a landing right there. Right there. There you go.
So I can see.
There's a landing right there. So the stairs actually come there. There's a landing right there. Landing. Landing.
What are we landing?
Okay.
We're not
Where are we
landing.
dropping?
In the center of that area you see right there, you see a big old stone giant statue.
Between the doors?
Right here, yep. Yeah,
Is
it
it that size or is it bigger?
It is not as big as the other
Is
one.
this room?
It is big. It's the size of a giant. Its arms are lifted up with hands outstretched and palms facing the west end of the hall.
Okay. Is it
West
warm
being
in
this way?
here
Yep.
or not? Or is stuff
Cold.
covered with ice? Stuff is covered with ice?
So its palms are
Everything's
facing
covered.
that way? Is that way west?
No.
That
This
way?
way's north. North, south, east, west.
So it's pointing down.
Okay.
So it's looking like if the wall starts moving inside.
Wait, what? Hang on. Hang on, sorry. It's north. That means west would be. They said it wrong. It's pointed that way.
It's pointing down the hall here.
That's actually north. It says west in here, but it should be saying north. That's north, south.
East, west.
Yeah, east.
So
Right, hold on.
We're on the west
Yeah,
side.
the
of
art,
the table.
yeah, the artists are on the east side. So, yeah.
yep,
Okay.
that's what you see. The hallways that open up to something.
How tall is this room?
60 feet tall.
60?
Yep.
So shorter than the previous rooms.
Yep. But plenty of space for a giant still.
We should go back for the axe first before we explode this.
Risk waking the
Okay.
giant centipede.
I'll check out one of the hallways.
Okay. Downstairs or upstairs?
Upstairs.
Okay. So you go upstairs and you see basically that, just up,
Yeah.
except that about halfway down it's been caved in. Okay.
Okay.
And as anyone else going up with him?
Sure, sorry.
Yeah.
Splitting the party? Awesome.
Yes, we're
Um,
sending all the clerics.
all the clerics are going up, everyone else is going down.
Woo,
Alright.
God Squad.
Alright.
The Amen.
Amen.
Make it up. Hallelujah.
So you guys go upstairs. What are you guys doing down? Well, they're like, we'll go upstairs. Now, these are like 5-foot steps.
Right.
So you like have to scramble up them.
Yeah.
So, is it like a platform from our perspective that seems to oversee where we're at?
No.
No, so there's no access to the higher level from here besides
You have
the
to
stairs.
go up the stairs. So you three are going up. Are you four staying down?
Yeah, I'm not climbing upstairs.
You have a climb speed.
Only the guys in full armor. Oh, yes, he's not anymore.
Just like, no. I have a shield and that's it.
It's okay, they're used to it. They're like, this is good work.
And it's cool in here, so we're not going to overheat.
It's true.
Yeah, I can carry one of
It is
them.
nice to be out of the wind,
Yes.
for sure.
I'm going to
It's
stand
okay,
guard
you want me
in
to
the
carry
other
you
room,
up?
like in the doorway, observing the room he came from.
Okay, so you're gonna stay there.
So no one's in this room anymore, right?
He is now watching that.
Well, they're distracted. I could just start pressing buttons. I mean,
Yes.
they can't tell me not to now.
That's true.
So Key
Fat
just,
kitties.
so Locke stands here. Okay?
Which means
These
we're
three,
down low.
Taman, where you at? Where's your,
Taven's right there.
okay, just Sark, where you at? Where's your mini?
Wait.
There's yours. Okay, so you two ladies, he's coming back over here. What are you two ladies doing?
Do we investigate the hallway? You can always cast Fireball and sculpt around us if we need to.
That's true. Hasn't been any traps yet, but that doesn't mean there won't be.
I can keep an eye out.
No traps. What do you call this?
We can, slowly go down the hallway, so we don't want to get too far away from Locke.
Well, Locke can fly pretty darn fast.
True. Just, get the signal. I'll be there in a moment.
Alright,
It'd be some very
so
deep
stairs, you guys are here. You guys are going to start walking. Everyone's going to start looking. Okay.
And he's pushing buttons.
And he's going to push a button. Alright, so,
Ultimate split.
yes, we are fully split up.
I'm going to stand in the hallway while he pushes the buttons, not in the
Yes,
room.
I know exactly what you're. We're on the same place. All right. So you guys, okay, which left or right? Left or right?
Right.
Okay.
Sure.
Right.
So you guys go in here, and left or right?
Left.
Okay.
Fighters and
All right. So what you guys see, you guys both actually see the same thing. Okay. As you walk into your areas, what you see is. So there are 60-foot high hallways, right? There are a bunch of these 30-foot tall archways that are the openings here, and as you go through those, they open up to 60-foot square chambers, furnished with frost-covered stone couches, furniture. Some of them yours. The upper level, so you're in the lower level. Yours have furs on them. And yeah, it looks like this is a sleeping quarters area.
Sure. Okay.
You guys do see a big giant. You see a big giant frost-covered chest.
chest. I want to open it.
How? Okay, when you see big giant, how big giant?
It's like you would have a chest at the foot of your bed for clothing.
Yes.
They have that too,
That's their Foot Locker.
but it's yours. But it's for their size.
Okay, so like the lock is like my eye level.
It's pretty big.
And
We're
it's
all
from
inside the
frost.
walking.
Covered in the same exact layer of frost you've been dealing with.
Okay.
Does anyone happen to have a knock spell?
You guys don't see a chest.
Do we keep moving?
Is there anything else in the room besides the?
There's not a whole lot. It's pretty bare. Not a whole lot. I mean, there's like maybe a desk and.
Let's try to open the chest.
Do you want to take 10 minutes for me to cast
Fire,
detect
firebolt in the
magic?
chest.
Way down?
Get the frost off of it.
Or
Okay.
just keep going?
You guys want to keep going?
We'll keep a sharp eye.
So they start. You guys, where do you go next?
Just down, we're gonna go down to
You
the
go down the hallway to that one? Okay. So you guys go down the hallway. Around this time, Scratch gets up enough nerve to touch that one or that one.
No. I thought of a different idea.
Okay.
So the big giant's in here with me. Hey, big guy. You want to go grab that hammer?
It's an axe.
Oh, the axe?
Yeah, the axe. Yeah, we want to go grab that axe?
Oh, He heard that there's the.
After everyone leaves, you doing this?
I'll back him up.
He says. He says, I too have faced the mighty Remores. Is that what they are? Okay. Remores. I too have finally faced. His name was Jose Remores.
My father.
He says, we should wait for your friends. I'm sure they would be sad missing out.
A big guy like you could step on it.
You'd think. It would probably step on you, little friend.
That's why I suggested you go first.
Little friend.
You best wait outside.
Oh, are you gonna?
Easily.
Alright. Alright.
Good try.
He's like, are you sure?
Taming now.
You best go quickly before I change my mind.
Okay. Well, I want you to change your mind. Okay, whatever, dude. It's your funeral, I guess.
It might
It will be.
Seems kind of like a waste, but alright. So, at that time, you guys are going to get to your next one, and you see the same thing. Almost exactly the same. You're thinking,
Actually, can you fit in here?
I guess there's an inn. Yeah, that he can fit in all these spots. That is far
They
too
are all
big.
giant.
That is far too big for his, because these are 20-foot squares
Oh, so this is
each,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So like that, it's just right for them.
Okay.
He's far too big. Okay, but anyways, yeah, he fits in there. So, yeah, you guys kind of see the same thing. So around this time,
Moving.
you guys are gonna get open the chest.
All right.
You open it up, and there's like, oh man, that's awesome.
I did that myself.
Look at that. Well done, man. That looks so good. Dave. That's the coolest.
Move that, Dave.
Dave's got all the cool toys. I'm gonna go play at Dave's house. Okay,
Move that, Dave.
you guys are able to
Move that, Dave.
prototype Dave wants his space.
Yes.
Alright. You guys are removed. You open up the thing and you see some really smelly with age clothing. Some basic clothing. Like there's a big giant robe in here. It smells. You didn't think things could get musty in this much frost, but it's there.
It's 8:25. Do we want to take a short break?
Oh, okay. Sure. What do you guys do real quick?
We all can.
As we're gonna continue going down the hallway, but based on what I've done in the past,
Mm-hmm.
do I know if I can ritual cast detect magic as I'm walking?
I'm gonna say it's a focus thing.
Okay.
So you can take 10 minutes to focus if you want.
Not right now.
Okay. Yeah, you
Are
gotta.
you sure like, I can't be guiding her while she's texting and driving?
No, yeah. You gotta sit and focus.
Sounds good.
All right. Let's take a quick break. I do need to use the restroom. We'll be right back. And we're back.
Are we?
We're back.
Scratch, no!
Right as you are upstairs looking through a thing.
I know, out of character I'm saying it. In character, ooh.
You kind of have to jump to get to it.
He's got a climb speed.
Yeah, I'm watching. I'm
Well,
observing him doing this.
yeah, you're about to.
If I die, I
so
at least have a
so,
witness.
so there's like you in the doorway, and so is Hashnard. Harshnag is also really curious, kind of sticking out. You
We've
guys-
already determined these things are not safe to push. At this point, it's all his fault.
So are you gonna leave him to what happens next?
Maybe one of these gives candy.
Well, I'm not about to go in there and help him.
Okay.
Why?
Keep that in mind as he touches the rune. Again, missed. Right?
Who designed this? Who thought this was a good idea? Giants have to have put this in here for a reason.
The ground rumbles around you, and you are suddenly surrounded by 4 earth elementals.
I run away.
At this point, I back to the hallway. He's like, "Guys, get back here now!"
Do we even hear this?
We do.
We're not
I
that
hope
far.
In character, I hope I do. Out of character, I really hope not.
Let's roll some initiative here.
Interesting.
Man, how do I make this go really fast, though? Okay,
it's
no,
easy.
I have an idea.
They only last 10 rounds. He's the only one that dies.
Actually,
Do I go before that? That's what I need to know. 'Cause I know what I'm doing on my turn. So I could end this quickly. Oh, what do you know? 23. I need to be fast.
not when I roll that 20.
Oh, come on.
Been nice knowing you.
Yeah.
So,
Say that louder.
for the record, I said, does anyone want me to kill their character before we start tonight? Daniel's like, kill mine.
Jokingly.
I think me and Daniel both said, yeah, you can kill me.
Yep, both of these two were like, sure. I'm like, I don't want to kill you.
You can kill me. Make an example of me.
I think
That's true, yeah.
Apparently, you haven't learned one.
They had an at 20.
Right? I'll put that dice over here.
Oh, if it was anything but a 20, I'm pretty sure I would have gone first.
You sure would have. Alright, so
I don't even know if I can survive 4 rounds of attack.
first, 21.
That's.
Next one of his attack
I go down.
is 11. So
One
1.
hit.
Okay.
Oh, they get 2 attacks each?
Of
course.
Yeah.
They do.
Remember the one that kicked my butt?
That's right, we passed level 5 a little bit ago. It's everything.
Okay, so that means the first hit does 15 damage. You can use a reaction to have it. You only get this once.
Yeah, I can't meta this and say, does that look like that was a weak hit or a strong hit?
15 damage is coming your way.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take the 15 on that.
Okay.
I feel like that must be. They could do better.
Does a 17 hit you?
Yes.
Does a 19 plus 8 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, next hit is another 15. The next hit is another 15.
My AC is 15.
No, they're 50
No.
damage.
Oh,
You just
15
took
damage.
30 more
30 more
slamming
Oh,
damage.
that's the damage.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
you've
bad
now
damage.
taken a total of 45 slamming
I'm
damage.
just writing it down. 15 plus 15 plus 15.
Okay?
And these I have a lot of hit points.
Can you dodge any of them?
I can dodge one of them for half.
Okay. You are hit by these as well. They're both over 20. The first one is 17.
Alright, I'll have that one. That's something higher.
Okay, that's wise. So that means that'll be 17. That's 8.
That's 8.
The other one is gonna be. Hey, there we go. That one's only. Oh wait.
I was just
Oh, yeah.
hoping for saving.
That one's only 13. When do you go down?
Would you say that was 53?
Yeah.
Plus 13 is how much?
53 plus 13
Is
66. Yes, that one would put me down.
Just the last one?
Yeah, that last one did it. Oh, I'm down in a single round.
Whichever
The next one hits you.
Yeah.
So that's 1 failed saving throw.
2 failed.
2 failed.
Let's see if one of them crit fails. Wait, do they have advantage on him?
Yeah, because I'm now prone, yeah.
They're doing a
He's
melee
prone.
attack.
Okay.
Yeah,
You never know.
it's brutal.
That hits.
Curiosity did kill.
That hits. Alright, so you fail 2 saves automatically.
Okay.
At which point I turn
At
to
which
like,
point,
the
as
cat-
you're yelling, they go, do do, they go, do 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 do. Whoop. They go back into the ground.
the cat's down.
Ow.
I will fly into the room.
I'm gonna cast. Can we
That was
I'm gonna
instantaneous
cast a
death.
message to them to see if I can reach them.
Okay, so as you're flying in,
Yeah, I fly in and I land on the top of one of the statues.
let's see what you see. What's your? Oh yeah, I'm rolling your last
Oh, you're
saving
rolling
throw.
it?
Oh, I'm rolling
I have
With
with
Oh,
your
you're rolling my
dice. With your dice, you ready?
Sure.
You roll. It literally rolled in a place where I can't see it.
Dun, dun, dun.
I have a potion. I want
So you
Potion.
fly in.
Save me.
You fly in,
Oh, I regret so much.
and you land on which one of the statues?
The one nearest him. So the first one in the corner. Gold with the
Storm
giant
giant?
thing, yeah. And I've got my bow ready to shoot them
Suddenly
if
he
they
pops up.
reappear.
Yeah, I'm okay.
So
Not okay.
I'm gonna say from this distance, give me a perception roll.
A little saddening.
You're dead.
I'm trying to say, are you sure?
13.
Total?
Wait. 14. No, 13 total.
Yeah, from this distance, you're not really sure. You're kind of worried about jumping down there without, like.
Well, yeah, I can't heal him anyways, so I'm just gonna make sure to shoot the next thing that shows up. Like,
Okay.
I would like to start sprinting that way.
Okay, so you hear him yell.
And I cast message to try and hit one of them.
Harshnag is moving over.
okay.
Harshnag will move over. So as you guys are running, he closes the distance pretty quickly. And he reaches down, and you kind of see him, I mean, ever so gently, like.
Third death fail, he's dead.
Yeah, just do it.
Right? And then he's like, and he looks back at you and he says, I don't think we want to move him. He has a lot broken right now.
Is he breathing at all?
Yeah, he's breathing.
Oh.
Roll another one.
to make
Dead.
2 more death
I
saves.
still need to keep rolling if no one's gonna heal me.
She's
I
sprinting.
don't know
so
if this
it'd
will
probably
work,
take
but I
us
have
three
a
rounds.
potion.
It's 50-50.
Probably
Okay.
take us
To
three
be fair, that
Potions
die
are
has
very
served me well
healing.
in the past.
Chucks the potion at his face!
I mean,
I
I have a
Improvised
potion.
weapon!
I also have a potion, but I don't think you want me using it on him.
No! Yours is the poison that we don't know
Okay,
about.
he's still breathing.
No, I identified it.
Oh, the poison.
Yeah,
you
Here's
know
the thing, though, because it's every round, right? Even with you sprinting, you're not getting there in time.
Even if I do face that, do you mean extra
Can you
30?
try and at least make a heal check?
Well, again, she's back here, right?
I'm
Each
talking
of those are
walk.
20.
Can walk.
She's
make a heal
moving.
check.
She's moving.
That's a good point. I can do a medicine
Walk
check to
into
stabilize, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's a thing that.
That is a
Is that-
thing.
Is that a good idea?
You're not flying down there, though. You said you were like, I don't want to get attacked.
I'm standing guard now, but the giant's there. And
The
not
giant
getting
is there
attacked.
and nothing happened.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to fly down there and give him a medicine check?
Yeah, I'll do a medicine check on him.
Giant doesn't look like the kind of guy who has
I
that.
don't think you want those big old
16.
fingers to do that.
16.
Okay, for the record, I don't think I've ever heard of a medicine check stabilizing something.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how
Unless
that
there's
works.
like a feat.
Well, actually, you have to have one of the, you have to have one of the healing.
You have to have a healing kit.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're like, I think if I raise his head, he's probably breathing a little bit better. But you can almost
A
feel.
wisdom medicine check lets you try to stabilize a dying companion or diagnose an illness. That is from the D&D Beyond.
Nice.
'Cause
I've never read that
Okay,
before.
what is the DC?
It doesn't give a DC. Well, actually, it's a DM set DC.
You rolled a 16?
Roll 16.
Hey,
Let's see something.
rules question. Can I use lucky on death saving throws? Because I have 3 of those to burn.
This would be the time
You
to
do. Hey, hey,
or inspiration.
less RNG. Okay? Less RNG. Because as Key is fumbling around,
Key.
Locke
The key
is
to the
fun.
solution.
Because are you proficient in medicine or anything?
No, I just have a really high wisdom score.
Yeah. So as he's kind of fumbling around with the best that he
The
knows,
bird knows the cat's anatomy.
right? you kind of see something inside of Sark isn't ready.
Inside
Hidden Scratch isn't ready to let go. I rolled an 11.
He's having a hard time finding my gizzard.
Yeah. I rolled an 11, an 18, and a 13.
11 and 18.
With your dice.
Okay. I do it.
For those of you who don't know, Daniel was in my last group that ran for 2 years, and at the end of it, we did a dice exchange. And so he took one of my dice, I took one of his, and I used his dice plus RNG. I've been watching a lot of speed running. Sorry, that just came out. Okay. He's stabilized, and he's pretty much out cold for a good while. So you kind of make him a little bit more comfortable as you're just like, you kind of lift his arm. You're like, yep, not supposed to bend like that, right? You're like, shoulder, yep. I lifted up his body, and the arm kind of just stayed. It's just.
You're born without a spine.
I mean, Cat's already like just move in weird ways, you know.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's like someone wrapped a cat skin around a slinky.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad.
So, I've been running considerably slower than Adri. Using my action to message for as long as it takes to hit somebody.
So after making sure he's alive, I was like, I wonder how many guys left.
I'm pretty sure he just wasted 3 or 4 of them.
I mean, all of them hit.
Nope.
No, one of them missed.
One missed.
One of them, you were just surrounded, man.
Look at a +8 in my armor class is not very impressive.
Wow. Okay.
For the record, if I had gone first, I would have pressed the icicle button.
And run out of there? Or you just know that you could have avoided it. Yeah.
Yeah, I could have dodged the icicles easily.
That's phenomenal.
Would that have done damage or killed them? Or... I'm just curious.
It might be resistant to bludgeoning, so it might not have done that much. But ice cold would have been, yeah. It would not have been enough to take him down, though.
I just would have sat there pressing it until they died.
But I'm telling you what.
So we come out, there's just a thick sheet of.
I guess I can say bless RNG on this one, but curse RNG on this one, because boy oh boy.
Yeah,
That green dice, as a DM dice, is dangerous. I have done more crits with that dice.
Anyway, we get back.
Daniel would always arrange this dice with the 20 up. Always. Alrighty, so
we get back.
So you eventually get a message from Rachel if you weren't hearing it.
Sorry. Well, okay. What?
And you guys make your way back downstairs and find a crumpled nest.
So,
and if a cat could bruise and you could see it, tell you what.
You barely make out the bruise with the bone sticking out of that part.
all right.
They're begrudgingly healing you right now.
Begrudgingly?
Begrudgingly healing you.
Well, Andrew, do we want to keep going?
They're like,
Wait a little bit.
clerics are here.
They got him.
No, I'm afraid for us. What else is down there?
We're smart enough to not push every button we see.
Yeah, you don't look too healthy there.
So apparently in our training, instead of teaching you how to use your talents, which you completely ignore, I should have taught you how to deal with multiple opponents simultaneously.
Mm-hmm. That's the new training.
And I heal you for another 11.
So 22.
With a 3rd level slot.
You're looking rough, buddy.
I'll spend a 3rd level slot.
Aw, you guys do care.
No, not really.
As he reaches up to touch the next one.
Not really. We're going to wait outside while you touch the 4th
one more, guys.
That one's gonna be for 12.
A voice speaks up from above. No. A little balding man comes around from one of the things and he says, if you touch the next one, a meteor swarm is going to fall.
What about the one after that?
If you touch the next one, reverse gravity is happening. And the next one, if you touch the next one, a storm of vengeance. So stop touching them.
Wait, reverse gravity?
Touch them
I would like to experiment in this.
Wait, where's the old man coming from?
How does light work in reverse gravity?
Oh, and then the old man does this, and none of you remember anything he just said except for hidden scratch. He's like, "Did you guys just see that guy over there?"
No.
Are you hallucinating?
He's like,
Yeah, probably.
He's like,
However-
"Please stop."
I am going to splint every one of his limbs.
So 11, 11,
He needs
and
them.
12.
Yeah.
For the
Yes.
succeed. So I'm at 34 now. Alright.
So
I'm
you're
above
okay.
half.
And then we tie him up.
You are now tied up.
I don't even resist.
He's like,
In
okay.
fact, we tie him to the leg of one of the statues.
Right in eyesight of
No,
the
it's
button.
not the Harshnag's leg. I'm the
I'd really
Harshnag's
like
leg.
to touch one of them.
Right?
Are you touching it while we're all in the room?
So you guys are gonna go down the hallway.
Yeah, I was gonna go head back that way once
Okay.
they had him under
Yeah,
control.
Okay, you guys going back up?
I look to Mushu.
And so now Mushu's gonna go in there by himself and
Time
have
out.
fun.
Don't do it.
Moshu, come along.
Come on, Moshu.
Come along.
I've literally tried to take all the mystery out for the players so they stop doing what they're doing to their characters.
Moshu.
Yes.
Okay. The results are not going to be any better with any of the other three.
I'm telling you, they only get worse.
Reverse gravity seemed pretty cool.
Except for it's like a 60-foot, greater than 60-foot
I want
drop.
to know how much.
It's 100-foot drop.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's
Before
I had Featherfall.
later, you can go in and touch them all you want, but let's.
Time's of the essence.
Harshnag is like, I was guarding this room from anyone coming in there, but now I'm keeping you guys.
Thank you.
Good job, Harshnag.
Probably a good idea.
Good job.
Out of character, good idea.
Alright.
Okay, so you guys.
Blitz through the rest
Keep
of our
going
hallway.
through.
So Harshnag's gonna hang out with you.
Because you can't move.
He's gonna watch over you. He's like, I'll let you out if anything happens.
Does he hug him and pet him and name him George?
And smooth. Oh, wait.
No, no smoothing.
Go do
All
it,
right.
honey.
So okay.
Now
So
squeeze
you
it.
guys are kind of just methodically going down,
Right.
Mhm.
right? Now you guys aren't. You guys are saying you guys are going specifically down the left side first.
Yes.
Without going like too far away so that like, Locke can't.
No, I'm going all the way down to the end.
Okay.
Locke, come help. Come with.
So Locke's gonna go with. Okay.
More people, please.
So the three of you are going down. You're just going down, right? And you guys go up. And are you guys going back and forth, or are you going straight down one side?
Going
and coming
straight
back?
down one side, come back up the other.
Okay.
We're not going to spend too much time unless
You're just gonna kind of
Yeah.
glance in.
Yeah.
and look around.
we're not going to bother with any frozen chests or anything like that.
All right. So, but when you guys. Oh, like two things are gonna happen at the exact same time. Fantastic. All right. So we'll do yours first.
Yeah.
Walls are all.
11.
I'm telling you, this
Yeah,
dice
that's a
is
scary
really.
Okay, quit using it.
You guys, I put it aside. I put it aside. Okay,
I could have hit the confusion one instead.
okay. You guys up top
Yes.
Each other.
glance in, and you see in one of the rooms, on top of one of the desks, stone desks that you guys see, or leaning up against it, you see a giant iron greatsword. Huge. Yep. Okay.
Okay, I'm not even going to take 10 minutes. I'm just going to cast Detect Magic, which does last 10 minutes.
Yep.
So,
Well, Detect Magic, you kind of send outwards, and you get a nothing. It's just,
okay.
yeah.
Well, it's not magical, but,
Yeah.
you know. Shall we pick it up and carry it with us? Take it back to our bag and
Yeah, let's do it.
maybe it goes with the big thing on the wall and the other place.
Yeah, new deal.
How heavy is it?
It's about 800 pounds.
Alright, so
Good thing they went upstairs.
Can the three of you handle that?
All
strength
800?
800.
Oh, yeah.
Between the three of them.
Pretty big. It's pretty big.
Yeah, yeah, probably together we can.
Three of us, I think we might be able to just barely manage.
Yeah.
Being encumbered.
I can push drag total 540, and I'm at 270.
Okay, so yeah, we can drag it at
Yeah.
the very least.
Okay. Like, alright. Yeah, you're looking at this, and I mean, this is going to be heavy for Harshman. So,
Okay.
I mean, this is big. There's like giant big, and there's like big statue big. That's what this thing is.
And for everybody else.
You guys are coming out of one of the rooms, heading down the hallway to the next one, and
Push it down the stairs.
and as you're about to turn into the next area, sorry, let me double check this. Okay. So you're actually coming out. You're on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just finished the 5th room. Right? So you're 5. They just finished their 5th room. Okay? And as you do that, as you're walking down the hallway, you hear a sound behind you, and you see the statue starts walking forward. But then you also, the more immediate sound though is the sound of grating as there's no doors here. You know, they're just like open entrances or whatever. Stone just like grates and then slams shut. All the doors like
Are we in
slam
the
shut.
hallway?
Yeah, you're in the
Oh,
hallway.
thank goodness.
You're in the hallway. And then, strangely silently, you guys are like looking. You like look behind as you hear. First the grating sounds, right? And you hear footsteps behind you. You see this thing start to walk forward. It's still got its hands up like this. And then one of you, who has the highest perception?
Or passive?
I think we're all at the same 14.
Okay. Okay, all of you at the exact same time notice that the wall on this end
100%
starts to bulge. Right? Starts to bulge, but it's quiet. It's weird, right? Starts to bulge. And so, like, it kind of starts off at the center, and then it grows, and it grows, and it grows, and then this giant boulder starts rolling down the hall towards you guys. And I need you 3 to roll initiative for me.
Oh, no.
Nice.
That's a nice.
I've got such a great initiative modifier. I really wish I would roll accordingly.
Wait, who's got the rock? Oh,
That's what?
the immovable rock.
Yes.
Alright. This thing, almost like it's coming out of a cannon. It's going really fast. Not like a cannon, but like, it's not just like plunk and then starts rolling. It's like, just starts going. So what'd you roll?
Now for 20, for 23.
17.
10. I probably have the highest initiative modifier, and I keep on rolling bad.
You can
Okay,
move the fastest too.
you're gonna go first. It's rolling towards you. What do you do?
I'm ready to turn around.
Okay.
And
How fast can you move?
30 feet.
Okay.
I'll throw a shatter. Because I panicked.
Shatter at the boulder.
I'm going to shatter the boulder, try and shatter the boulder.
Alright. Okay.
For 19.
Okay. So she sends a this big sound clash sound happens. But it's a 40-foot tall boulder, so yeah.
How tall is the rooms here? 60?
Well, so you're only gonna move 30 feet then? Okay. What?
The room here is 60?
Yep, and this thing is 40 foot.
Okay. I can't fly myself.
You're gonna fly above it?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
Do that too.
I don't. Am I strong enough? And do I have options to pick her up and take her with me? I can.
Yes, fly.
No, I used that spell slot already. So no, I can't.
I don't think you have enough strength to hold on to her.
Fly out.
Besides, she ran off.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, your fly speed is like double your movement speed.
It's 60. Yes.
Okay. So you're gonna shoot up in the air. Shoot. Okay. I need you to make a dex
Me?
saving throw as this thing comes by.
Really? 15. No. Wait, saving throw. 18.
All right. So I think very good. Actually, I don't know. Hang on. Okay, that only crushes part of it. Oh wait, no, hang on. Oh! You avoided it completely. You like dive. You know, it's a square hallway, it's a round object. You kinda like dive. Yep, so there's this area. So you like dive in that corner or whatever, and you like pull in your wings, you and you just barely sneak by.
Okay.
Okay? Now I need you to make a dex save. Because it's even with you running away from it, it's still gonna it says it goes 200 feet every round.
Oh yeah. Well, we might have been able to make that speed as long.
18.
Okay. Alright, so you also kind of see you're kind of looking back, you see Key kind of fly in the corner, you're like, okay, wait! And you kind of dive in the same way, you just clutch it, and that thing rolls by you. And then you see the statue, like the statue kind of walking towards it like this, and you see it just kind of step its foot back. And then it goes, and you watch it go, and then it stands up and it just starts pushing it real slowly back up. And it just slowly starts, now it's going so slow that it's very easy to get out of its way this time. And it walks it all the way up the hallway. And you watch it just go back into the wall.
So was there a wall there now the boulder's gone?
And as soon as the boulder's gone, and as soon as he returns to his spot, all those doors reopen.
Right, but when the boulder was rolling down the hallway as we watch him push it back, is there an opening down there?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
is it a wall?
Yeah.
It's an opening?
Yeah, it's opening. Yeah, like if you had been next to the guy, like he stepped forward. Now this is way too wide. Okay, it's only supposed to be that big, right? So he walked in, and like if you had been here or here, you could have walked right by him, right? So like this wall didn't close up. So if you had been back here and just were able to run around the corner, you'd have been fine.
But this
But over on the far
There,
wall,
where the boulder came from.
Yeah.
Was there a hole where the boulder came
No.
from? So it just like morphed.
It like phased through it. I'm sorry, I thought you meant the other side.
Okay. I fly up there and I poke the wall. Do I face through it?
Will you fly
Yeah, I fly.
after he pushes
Yes,
it?
above where the boulder came out. As in, like, it's 40 feet tall, I'm 45
How long
feet
does
up.
your fly last?
Her fly lasts a minute.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. So you're still
It's
flying.
concentration.
Okay. What are you doing?
Cowering a little bit.
Where are you, coward?
In that same spot, just kind of curled up.
So you wait for the giant to go back, and you watch it turn. Like it doesn't turn. It literally
Starts
like
walking
holds this
backwards.
position, and just walks backwards.
Once he gets to the wall, I'll probably.
Okay, once the
and
giant goes back.
Yeah, and then I'll probably go back.
So the giant goes back,
Where you were.
and then you fly over and touch it.
Number 5. We're
Yeah.
5.
Okay. Well, as you pass over that same spot, the boulder starts flying down
Yeah,
again.
kind of figured.
You need to make another save, this time with advantage.
Should I
Because
go
you
under
know
the-
what to do now.
It's a 20.
All right.
I'm so,
You guys didn't touch things.
what
Like,
did you touch?
you recognize as soon as you fly over that same spot you were walking, that's when it triggers. So it flies underneath you and you go up to the wall and you're like,
It's solid.
Yeah, I'm poking the walls. Like,
you
can
hear
I
another-
face through it?
nope, it's
All right,
solid.
I'm going to wait here until the statue comes through, and as it's like pushing it through the wall, I want to like observe it right there.
Sure. Yeah.
This is awesome.
So as it's pushing it in, you're kind of like touching the wall.
Yeah, I'll poke the wall.
Yeah, you're like, it's snow.
Okay.
I am
So he pushes
not
it back in.
stone proof.
Okay. I'm going to fly over that spot again because I want to see what the statue does now.
I'm gonna have to continue running down the hall. Like I'm not stopping. I'm hiding behind where the statue
But
is.
see, I want to see what the statue
Hey guys, we
prepared
found
for
this
us.
really big sword.
I'm getting
Yeah,
behind.
meanwhile, actually, yes. In fact, this is very true because this would take some time.
I'm getting behind the statue.
The next time, yeah.
Stay behind it constantly.
When the next time it goes,
Yeah, like I'm behind that. I'm like
as soon as it goes, and the statue stops it, you're just running down the hallway.
like screaming.
Ah, stop it! Because you were like, as soon as it goes, you said exactly as you said. As soon as the boulder goes back in, you're like, okay, I'm good. So I saw you kind of standing up, rush yourself off. Whew, that was close. And then Key flies over, and it's like, you're like, ah! He's just like, die. Locke, not again. Has to die. You like die. And the next time the guy's coming up, you're just like, no! You're like, I'm done. All right.
So basically, does it trigger when I cross the line or at any point after that?
Okay.
Because that is relevant.
Yes. Yes.
Because
Well, you
we're already on
find-
that side. We're
Well, you
fine.
find. Okay, so the fifth door, where the fifth door starts,
Become an expert.
where the sixth door starts, that section of wall, about 40 feet, anywhere in that spot, whether you're walking or flying, what are you doing during all this?
I'm flying towards the ceiling.
Yeah?
And I'm gonna start going back that way.
With her, she's kind of, okay,
I'm,
yep.
Yeah,
I just have a
in case,
blanket
So
out.
Key's just
I'm
like,
cowering.
interesting. Okay, everyone's fine. It's fine.
Locke is interested.
I'm sorry, Locke. I
Giant.
know this matters to you because you named him. I got.
What do you think's happening?
All right, so yeah, about the what is this? The 8th time this has happened.
Third time.
They say 8 times the charm.
About the 3rd time,
I'm sitting on the ground wrapped in a
you
blanket,
guys,
kind of
you
rocking.
guys are like, you guys are kind of,
We're coming down.
you're
the
working
stairs with the
down
sword.
the way, and you get to the landing,
You see a
and you
thoroughly
see
traumatized
her
guitar.
running, and you see her flying,
Right.
and you hear this like you've been hearing noises,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, we heard a boom and then.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Zatari, when she's safe, she'll stop, calmly brush herself off, pull a blanket out, and just kind of sit down and watch him play with the boulder.
So Key plays with the boulder for a while.
No, Locke plays with the
Locke.
boulder.
So two can play at this game. So as the statue is backing up, I'm gonna go up behind it. I'm gonna take the immovable rod and put it right behind one of its.
Oh, cool! Awesome.
You mean in front of it?
You're gonna
No,
break
behind
it.
it, so it backs into the immovable rod.
Can't
Stop.
back up any further.
So it can't be set.
Right. Well.
So it kind of. Okay. Yeah. So it's backing up.
Yeah.
How high do you put it?
Well, like right behind its kneecap.
Okay, right behind its kneecap.
Yep.
All right. So
Does
it's
it
backing
trip
up.
over it?
Right. It's backing up. Cha-chung, 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 cha-chung.
It doesn't stop.
Okay. So it just bumps up against it.
And it stops.
Bumps up against it. Bumps up against it.
All right, then I'll go and I'll quickly grab the immovable rod,
Jump.
unstick it, and get the heck out of there.
Maybe we should
You
put this in
find-
front of the boulder.
What's that?
Put it in front of the boulder.
No,
Well, the boulder won't be able to come get us.
I'm not that brave. No, let me rephrase that. I'm not that stupid.
I'll do it.
If you died, I was gonna have you play.
Warren and I have stolen
I was gonna have you play Harshnag if you
Oh,
died.
you played Giant. Never played Giant before.
All right. So
So,
All
So
right.
you put the immovable rod up because we just want to experiment with
I
this thing?
think we've established that there's really nothing more to see in this area.
Let's get
Well, to be
together.
fair, actually, we haven't searched the last few rooms because we got distracted by the boulder.
Well, you
And
got
all
distracted.
Other
Everyone else was ready to move.
Didn't you discover that the boulder will kill you if you try to
No, I know how this thing works. Just don't cross this line. Once you're on this side, you're safe.
Plus, he can fly over it every
Okay,
time. So he's
I'm gonna go
essentially
back into the room with the big tall thing and the 6 giant statues, and I'm gonna let him
Yeah,
knock himself.
I will very
Yeah.
fast do
Fly.
fly through each room without cover.
He's just kind of like, okay.
Well, no, I'm not crossing the line because like I already know where the line is crossed.
Well,
at.
to get to the last 2 rooms, to look at the last few rooms, you have to cross it.
It's fine. I know how it works.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
I fly over the rock. It goes under me. I go in
Yeah,
the room. I
yeah,
wait for it to
exactly.
reset. Then I
Alright.
continue.
In the last room on the corner, you see a big, rough tunnel has been carved
Like through the ice or through earth.
through the stone, through the ice, through it all,
I don't know where the chitter things came from now.
I'm missing it well.
and it's pretty big.
I know.
All right. So I come out and I say, "Boulder incoming!" as I fly across it.
Yep. you race it this time. You gotta race it. Right?
Actually, it's faster than.
It is a little bit faster, but you're still trying.
Oh yeah.
You're still trying.
Yeah.
Because why not? Right? You're like, okay. Because you got a little bit of a head start.
Yeah, sure. I got 150. I mean, I can burn key points to go.
If you
faster.
wanted
You just have to win.
Yeah.
You can put up a good challenge to that
All
boulder.
right.
If I wanted to, I could be faster.
And you rest easy tonight knowing that is true.
And I'll tell them there's a tunnel
I'm
back
guessing
there.
that tunnel is how the Amores got in.
Quite possibly.
Well, we need to tell our name down.
So we'll drag the
We'll drag the sword back
Okay.
to the room.
Harshnag.
As soon as he sees you kind of... Actually, at some point with all the commotion, he does kind of peek in.
Here,
What are
we
these
found
guys up
this.
to now? And he's like, oh. Huh.
You think your
I
kid
didn't know
would
that
use
was here. Interesting.
it? You think your kid would use this?
So, a what?
That.
Your kid?
Oh, I thought you said a kid. I'm like,
I did too.
Kid.
That's what I
I
heard.
wouldn't let a kid play with it.
It's his accent.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, he picks it up, and again, he's kind of like, oh, you know, it's I mean, he's got to get both hands on it, you know? And he goes over, and he's like,
Probably frost giant.
he goes over, yeah, he's like, which one?
Which one doesn't have a weapon?
He's like, he's kind of like,
Fire.
he's like,
Is it
The other one's an axe.
I
And
think
the
axe
two
would
that
go
don't have it
fire.
are which races?
Can I roll a history check to see which
and fries?
he kind of actually looks at it, and he goes, oh, you know what, hang on. He goes over, he's like, yeah, it's not going to fit in this one. He's closest to the frost one. It's not going to fit in this one. He goes over, yeah, and he just slides it in.
Which one?
Into the
Fire.
fire giant.
Is there any noticeable effect in the room?
Okay, so now we gotta go get the axe and put it into someone else's hand.
One final hand.
So let's work on opening one of those doors as quietly as possible.
Silence.
Yes. Well, I mean, if we do the fire break,
If it,
Yeah.
You guys have. It's-
Yeah, we already did.
Oh, we already did?
It's
Okay.
done.
yeah, we
Very well then.
You're feeling confident that you can open it up.
So what I will do then,
guys.
let me see.
I would just like to point out that
Does
we've been
anyone
making-
here have Dimension Door?
You was trying to say something.
No.
No, Dana was.
Oh, sorry, I missed it.
Okay. I will get within 120 feet of the Remorse. Okay, and then I can cast silence around it.
Okay, yeah, you know where its head is.
It will not be able to hear anything. Noise does not go through it. So we can then go in and we will get the we can have someone come in and like Harshnag grab the thing off the wall and
Yeah, with all of the screaming and boulder running and almost dying, I think it's probably already awake.
We're about to find out.
find out.
So you're gonna sneak in through the crack. You're gonna take your armor off.
Well, I mean we got the door open, right? So
If you're trying to get stealthily quiet in there, you know
oh,
opening
okay.
that door.
I will go through the
I just want to give some common sense. Like
Yes.
you're gonna open that door, it's gonna make noise.
Yeah, I will go through the crack then.
So you're gonna slip off your armor.
Slip off my armor.
You're gonna stealth in there.
Stealth in there.
Should we send
doesn't
someone
seem
who
like
doesn't
a
need
good
to strip
idea,
off their armor first? You're
But
first.
he needs to cast silence.
Yes. How close to the crack is it?
The creature, it was pretty
The
far
crack
away.
is like there, and the creature's like way over there.
Right.
So these are each 20, right?
Right.
So he's here.
Yeah.
So you're gonna need. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Alright, so you're only gonna have to. Hey, you're only gonna have to get about here so you
You
can
have to
see.
go in
him.
about 40 feet. Okay.
So it all comes down to a stealth roll from the now unarmored cleric.
Make sure you're aware of that this goes to fight.
Okay.
I feel like you should be inspired at this moment.
Oh, right. Hey, don't die.
Thank you.
Inspired and don't die. Here we go, baby. Here we go.
Also, you're getting a lot lighter recently.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't
You like cleric?
Whoa, wow. Okay. 30.
Satan has never moved more quiet in his life.
He didn't
He
scratch
is
his
like-
impressed.
Taman almost loses himself.
Silent. Even I don't know where I am.
Even I don't know where I am. Good grief. Alright, so you quietly step in and you whisper out a spell
Yes.
and you just feel like it's almost like a vacuum come out. So your ears kind of pop a little bit as it goes out. Okay? Alright. So what was your plan after that? You were gonna do that and come back and be like, okay, go? Because how long does it last?
It lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay, let's go.
So I will go in a little further until I can start to see the head of the beast.
Now, luckily for you, it's all curled up. You can't see it.
Okay, well, if I can't see it, this can't see it. So, and since everything is silent, I will go back to the crowd. And I will go back through, I will start to put my armor on, and I'll say, baby's sleeping.
Now, I rolled a wisdom saving throw for... disadvantage for the big guy. Because the absence of sound is sound. If you're used to sound, like if I'm sleeping and someone comes into my room, we sleep with a fan, and they turn off the fan, there's a chance I might notice that.
Right.
You would have known right away.
Yeah.
You'd have been like, alright. So, you guys come out, he's like, okay, I think we're good. Alright.
Alright. Let's open that door.
Harshnag grabs the big thing, and he goes to pull, and he's like, oh, this is a push.
Okay.
And he pushes it. I was wrong before. He pushes it, and he kind of looking over. He's got his axe. He kind of starts walking over.
I will go in with him, and I will.
I'll stay by the
Be
door.
ready to cast
I'll go in with him as well.
something, guiding
Yeah.
light or something.
I'll go in.
So you guys are all kind of going in, and everyone's keeping an eye on the thing. He closes the distance. He grabs it, hoists it up. He's walking back. It shudders. Everyone freezes. And he goes back to heavy breathing. You guys walk back, shut the door.
Can't hear us at all, right?
That's correct. It hears absolutely nothing.
Okay. I start shouting at it. Hey! Wake up!
Who's gonna jinx it?
Nothing happens. Everyone else goes,
By
"Wah!"
the way, as he's doing that, we close the door
We can't even hear him.
Yep.
with him on the other side.
Harshnag chuckles. He's like, that was funny.
Alright.
Alright. So he goes over and inserts
The great axe. It's
the great axe, slides right in, and there's no axe in the hand of the thing.
Yeah, scratch. Now press the X button.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
It sure was.
Press the rest of the rooms.
I think we should have Scratch press the ice button now with the rest of us on the safe side of the room.
Why?
Because now the ice giant has its
Harshnag's like, how about I touch it?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Do we all
but
get out?
Yeah.
wait for
Alright.
us to get out, but now the ice giant's
Leaving.
restored.
Okay. So he's kind of looking around. Looks up at the mist. He kind of touches the ice.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happens.
Watch the next one.
Don't touch the earth one. Don't do it.
He's like, should I touch a different one?
Yes.
Watch the confusion one.
Sure.
Try to fire.
Because he's the one that says yes, he doesn't do it. How about the rest of you?
How about fire?
Sure.
Don't know which one fire is. Well, it's one of the ones we haven't pressed
Sure.
yet.
Just
I don't know what fire is.
Keep pressing.
Top button
press
on the
them
right.
in order.
We haven't tried that one yet. Top
Okay,
right.
so he presses that one, so it goes up to the next one to press it. And sure enough. Hang on.
Elementals appear again.
Hang on.
None of them were fire. You said what they were. There was like gravity.
Well, I told you. You guys don't actually know that. That was literally me just being like, stop touching them.
I'm touching that.
All right.
It's all fun and games until the cat dies.
Okay.
There's more than one way to skin the cat.
He get very close. Probably should have died there.
I have a
I thought
theory.
you were going to.
Okay, so he touches the next one up, the one that did the earth elementals, and nothing happens.
No.
He's like, hang on a second,
I'm not sure if he could have
let me check something. And he like goes over and steps over you guys because you're all kind of hanging out, and he kind of goes down the hallway.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks at he looks at the wall, you know, where the boulders come through, and because you guys have pointed out this is where you go, and he puts his hand over that area or whatever.
Right.
Nothing happens. He's like, oh yeah. It might just be like if you're not a giant and you touch it. That might be what it is.
Oh, great.
So-
He isn't a giant.
So he goes over and he just like he walks back over and he kind of yeah. It must be something else.
Do you want me to go over and press things?
No.
He's like, little one, we've seen what happens here.
Not all of the things.
So what do you think, guys?
So,
He kind of keeps going over and touching it. Now it's fun. Like,
if we know which one is earth elementals, I'll just go in, swoop up, hit the button as I fly upwards, so they can't reach me.
Do they
And
have
we'll see
range?
what. I guess we'll
Not that we
find
know
out.
of. I mean, I did
do
an
any
earth
of the
elemental
other
before.
statues look like they're missing a weapon?
No, they've all got their weapons now.
They've all got their weapons.
I mean, we need to see
What
whether or
about
not
the big guy in the middle? Does he look like he could be holding a weapon?
we need to see whether or not this is actually disarmed or just ineffective to giants.
Probably ineffective for giants. Again, I could press the ice one. I have a very good chance of not doing no
I'll just go
damage.
press
to
the
it.
confusion one again.
And then no one can
Well, I'll
get her.
press a new one.
Ha, that's
No.
It's true. If she presses the confusion one, if she's alone there and we leave her alone
Here's
for a few
another
rounds,
question. What else besides the Remores is in that little alcove?
So, I mean, we have like 3 different ways to do this safely. Let's just do one of them.
I just say send someone in and press the confusion. That's not it.
Sounds good.
It wasn't. He didn't see anything else. And he did a flyover. So who's pressing confusion?
Sark will if there's nothing else to do about it. No, just no. Which one was it?
It was the other one on the other
It
side.
was the
Bottom left.
one on the bottom. On
Everyone
the
out.
left
That's
side.
fine. I'm banned from pressing buttons now.
Considering you broke every bone
Alright.
in your body.
So
As am I.
Alright, so everyone's out of the room. I'll push that room.
okay, give me
That was
a wisdom
literally
saving
the
throw.
worst.
13.
Okay. So Sark goes up and touches the ruin. Roll me a D8.
D8. Okay. 3.
He turns to his right and just runs
Again?
as far as he can.
Right, so he would run.
And then,
actually
yep, rolls
towards the
again.
1.
Yep, and he runs smack into the wall. Take 1 thing of damage.
Bludgeoning damage. A 1 again.
He runs into the wall, and he just stares at it for a while.
8.
No, you don't. I'll tell you when to do that. He just stares at the wall for a while, and then you kind of see him kind of
Give him a minute.
blank, and he kind of looks around like, kind of looks at the wall like that, like what is going on here?
Oh, so it didn't work.
And then he just stares at the wall for a while.
Normal Sark behavior.
Stares
I
at the
think
wall
it's-
for a while.
Let's just let it go.
Kind of shakes off. Yeah. I just want to see you running the wall again. He just spends a lot of time like staring at the wall and then waking up and kind of like looking around and then and then he kind of turn around. You're feeling okay.
I think we've proven that there's
Oh,
nothing
what are you over here?
inactive. Because this is completely normal Sark behavior.
Right.
As
Yeah.
Our
Absolutely.
friend has proven. Or as our
So
friend.
apparently, if you guys touch it, it's still gonna go off.
Wait, so did putting the weapons in the giant's hands achieve anything?
Does anything look
So there's
different?
no change. The traps are still armed. No passageways have revealed
Well,
What
themselves.
about in the hallway that we came from originally? The really long one to the
You go, okay, so you go back and look.
yeah.
And it's just
I'm
a
gonna-
bunch of-
Sark's gonna try and stick his hand through the mess in the arrows right now.
Okay. You stick your hand
Trying to touch the back wall.
and you touch the back wall.
What about this big statue here? Did it do anything? Look into its face, its eyes?
It
Does
doesn't have eyes. It's a blank face.
So do
It
we,
really, you can't tell. It's got a big cowl over its head.
Where are you looking for an
And the
eye?
face isn't defined.
so we
The
found the
face
sword.
is not defined. We want to give it.
We found the sword upstairs, but did you guys finish
You searched all the
investigating
rooms, right?
upstairs?
You said you were going
Well,
to.
no, not really. I suppose we could go
You
back
said you
upstairs.
were all
Continue
I threw all
investigating.
the
Yeah.
first floor rooms, but not
Yeah.
the upstairs rooms.
You guys go upstairs. And it's the same story. It's nothing. Yeah.
Okay. No,
So let me
One more time, just for fun. Triggers the
Who?
trap.
Okay.
Who?
The spirit
Who
of Key
triggers the
shows up.
So all we have left then is the tunnel essentially. Unless we're missing something. I assume that the upstairs comes down the staircase on the other side.
No, he said it wasn't.
Harshnag is like, when you bring up the tunnel, he's like, let's not go to the tunnel. It's here. It's the eye is on the oracle's on the other side of this wall. Like it's here. It's not there. That's
Maybe
probably
he-
how that beast came in. But it's
Maybe he needs to walk through the arch.
well, okay.
Yeah, he tried pressing the buttons.
Yeah, he touched, and so he kind of goes up and kind of smacks the wall. He's like,
I'll try to spell magic.
okay, go ahead.
Alright. I'm gonna
All our peanut butter sandwiches.
go over
Alright,
to
you have
Frost.
to roll, right? For
That's counterspell thing.
No, it's,
well,
it's a roll if it's
okay.
a higher level spell.
If it's a higher level spell,
go ahead, roll. That'd be funny if he rolls in that 20 and just destroys everything.
I'm gonna go over to the Frost giant.
17 plus blah, 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 blah. So that comes to 24.
It's this is pretty powerful magic, man. This is epic
So
tier
it
level
would have to
crap.
be it would have to be a 14th level spell equivalent.
It's pretty nice.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, can I walk up and can I ritually cast Identify on the arch?
Identify?
Yeah.
Sure.
Without touching a symbol.
Just gonna touch the side of the archway without touching the rune, and I'm gonna ritually cast Identify on it.
Okay. Well, again, I'm gonna say again, it's not an item, right? So like, identify. It's like yeah. I mean, portal. It's kind of beyond your scale of that kind of magical knowledge to know exactly all the intricacies of how this comes together. There's obviously a lot of spells at play here.
So instead of just reaching my hand through to touch the wall, I'm going to step all the way to the other side.
Magic item or some magic infused object I learned its properties.
You
and how
bump
to use
into the
them.
wall.
Okay.
Whether it requires you 2 minutes to use and how many charges it has, you learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are.
This is a pretty big item. I don't think it's gonna work. So
I'm gonna look around the statue itself. So like the lever, can I push or move it at all? Could our giant friend move that?
I'm giving you a nat 20 on your investigation.
Okay.
There's nothing on
So
those statues.
it's nothing with the statues then.
Do you need to mimic?
I mean, I can just spell it out for you if I need, if we need to do that.
Can I just do
How about we all leave the room except for Harshnag?
Okay?
Because it's gotta be
He isn't trying to go into the arch.
just giants.
Yeah.
Maybe I should leave just giants around?
Yes.
Okay, so Harshnag's like, so you just want me to just try to walk through it? He's like,
Yeah, we're gonna leave and you with.
alright. So he kind of goes up and as you look at him, okay, good. Alright. He saw you try to just walk through it, he tries that, he's like, alright, just step of faith. Okay, nope. So he goes over and he you can tell he's kind of frustrated, he kind of tosses his axe down. He kind of looks up at the big statue, takes a moment, kneels down, kind of hear him muttering, under his breath. He's kind of looking around. He's like, it's gotta be something to do with these weapons, right? And why else would you be able to take them out?
Try taking your frost giant weapon. The one.
Wait a minute.
With a weapon, maybe?
Can we see if... Check the other weapons in there and see if maybe can those be moved? And then maybe even switched?
Yeah.
Perhaps a frost giant.
But everything looked like it was
Perhaps,
in the right
perhaps a
hands, though.
frost giant with a frost giant weapon. If he pulls the frost giant weapon and tries to walk through.
That's what I was suggesting.
Okay. So first he messes with the weapons a little bit. He's like, yeah, I mean this one's not gonna fit in that hand,
Can't swap them.
Yeah.
Take frostbite weapons off the frost. That's the frost.
Okay. Well, so first he takes the frost, like he just holds the weapon and tries to walk through it,
Yep.
right? And then you say touch the room,
Yeah.
and so he touches the room and he immediately pulls it back. He's like, as soon as I got close, it started to glow. Okay, I think there might be some here. Come here.
Okay.
Sure, that's a good idea.
Well, I mean, if this you identified it as a teleporter, right?
Yeah.
He's like, you want me just to go in alone?
No.
This
Leave
might,
me
the
come with
moment,
you.
We'll go
this
with
might take me.
Or it might
So
go
you see him like, oh, okay, yep, I got a reaction, guys.
Alright, let's all grab
Okay,
onto
so
him.
you guys go, and you guys all go under the archway.
Yeah.
He takes it. Ching! Finally.
And we're all
Beyond,
dead.
you're suddenly, okay, as soon as he touches it, you hear the sound of thunder. Surround you, see the flash of lightning. Beyond the thundering archway lies a hexagonal chamber, whose walls rise 50 feet before tapering into a 90-foot apex. Standing in each corner of the room is a life-size statue of a giant holding up a heavy iron lantern with one arm raised. Each type of giant is represented: hailstone, frost, fire, cloud, and storm. A cold magical light, like you've seen, radiates from each lantern, illuminating a giant corpse lying on the floor beneath a shroud of frost in the middle of the room. The corpse looks like it's been there for some time, preserved by the cold. Next to the body rests a giant frost-covered morning star.
Just one corpse?
And, yep, so it's a corpse lying right in the middle, but then you notice that the glow that's coming out of these things that you've seen, right? You actually, I'll actually give it to the light cleric, because he's light cleric. He actually noticed the same kind of cold light is actually radiating from himself, and he looks around, and he's like, you're like, I didn't cause that. Like, I didn't step off my power, right?
Okay.
And you look around, you notice it's faintly, there's like an aura coming off of each of you as well.
Oh, all glowing.
So each of you are kind of casting off a little bit of light.
Just relax, you're fine, you'll be okay.
What in the Zorgan is this?
I just get powers.
Did I just get fairy fired?
No, you're just glowing.
Is this how it starts?
I was literally cast identify on myself.
So this is a giant-sized morning star. So like to match the size of the
Huge.
sword.
Like-
Well, no, not as big as the ones that were in that room, but yeah, to match the size of what Harshnag is holding.
Okay.
Can I walk up to the corpse and see if I can identify what kind of giant it is?
Sure. So as you approach, and it's covered in the same layer of frost that you've seen everywhere else.
It's all 9:30.
Huh?
Turn 9:30.
Give me.
Okay. Okay.
Allow it.
Yeah, I haven't done this before.
So as you do so, a ghost comes out of the ice, out of the giant, and from what you can tell, looks like a cloud giant. And as you, it kind of looks over each of you, kind of one at a time. And then his gaze his gaze first falls to the giant, and then kind of moves around to you guys.
We're with the big guy.
And says, well, what are you doing here?
In what language is he speaking?
It's giant.
Okay.
Oh, no, he was speaking common. He
Oh,
can see
he's
you guys.
speaking
Yeah,
common?
he was
Okay.
Yeah.
We are here because the ordning has been shattered, and we need to restore it in order to bring order back to the giant realm.
We need to see the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. The eye's supposed to tell us what to do.
Now that's why we came.
Okay.
Soon after the shattering, we came here to
Who's
see.
we?
He says, my apologies. He introduced himself as Agiron. And
Egg for short.
Don't piss him off.
that's he's okay. I'm not here to hurt you.
It's not her.
He says, I came with my father, Blagothus.
How long ago? Because the shattering just happened.
Yeah, in a few months.
The
Since
attacks
you
were
noticed the results of it. So, yeah, he said he came here with his father, Lagathus. And, yeah, and we were here. Yeah, he says. And then he tells you a sad tale of how they were told by the Allfather that basically the same thing you heard. The Allfather is disappointed in his children because of what happened with the rise. That he's trying to wake them up, and so he shattered it to make them earn their place. And but the eye told my father, who is one of the lords of the Cloud Giants. He told him that he would not. When my father asked him how he would do, if he would be successful, he said no, and he told my father that he should step aside and let me take control. And that we got into a fight, and he goes down at his body, and he lost.
Against his father?
He says, if there's anything I can do, I'd be happy to help you. If you would help me put my soul to rest, if you could kill my father.
Okay. We have to go do that first.
He says, I can't leave.
Well,
Can't leave this place, so I'm at your mercy. I guess I really have no reason.
You tell us what we need to do to restore the ordning, and we will
Okay.
Killing
So
your father.
unfortunately, we didn't get that far. We got we got to why the ordning was shattered,
Yeah.
and then he asked how he would do as soon as my father has often been blind for power. When power comes into play, he gets a little bit. So we didn't actually get that far in our.
Then how do we talk to the eye?
He says, "Well, I'm sorry, my body's in the way, but you can see." And he points over on this side. He said, he kind of teaches you how to get to it.
But we don't have to move the body.
Yeah. No, he says it shouldn't get in the way, but he teaches you how to kind of interact with the rune and how to say the words. Basically, in Giant, it's just ask. Yeah. So he teaches you how to use it, and he says you only have so many questions to ask, though.
Like per visit, per person.
He said, I don't really know. We got to about 3, and every time we asked the questions, one of the lights around us would dim. So I'm guessing 6. I don't know when it comes back.
Our 3
When
lights out.
when I came about, they were all lit up again.
So all the lights are on right now.
Yep, all 6 lights are on.
Okay.
All right.
Do all giants become ghosts? Or just you?
He says, as far as I understand it, if my spirit must be restless. Or he says, I am restless. And I think the only way I can be put to rest is if you kill my father. Bring me his head, and I can be put back to rest. Bring me an ear. Yeah, this one's pierced. It's a big guy.
Okay.
We killed some giants in the way here. Could we just go bring one
Well,
later?
I don't know. It's just as you do, which may go for you gotta be the one to do this.
It's probably just
All right.
All right. So you go up, and you do what it says, what he told you to do, right? And the rune starts to cast off a very bright white light, and then, sure enough, a storm appears, but it's also edged in fire. It's hovering above clouds. A mound is growing in the midst of it. Which has an ice peak on it. So basically,
all of the elements of all the different kinds of giants.
you see all the different giants show up, and then this big giant eyeball opens up from the mound.
I did not expect it to be an actual eye.
Big actual, it's a literal eye,
It's totally what I expected.
and it looks directly at you.
Okay.
You're gonna
Now,
poke his eye out?
It's up in the air.
Yeah.
now, is he the only
It
one that gets
fills the room, man. This is huge.
Am I the only
You're
one
the-
that sees this?
No. You all see it. It's
Is
intense.
the ghost still around?
The ghost kind of steps aside, and
How do we restore the order?
he says, visit Hecaton's court. Root out the evil there within. Oh wait, sorry, back up. He says, find a magic conch of the storm giant king, Hecaton. Use it to visit Hecaton's court. Root out the evil therein.
All hail the magic conch.
Yes.
It definitely happened. What a great episode, though. Man, I love that episode.
Storm King's the one.
It's so good. They get lost in the woods.
No.
Every
No,
time
the
they
All Father was the
oh,
one
it's
that broke
so
it.
good.
Was it God?
All right, and sure enough, after you ask that question, one of the lanterns goes out.
Are we allowed to let Squidward eat?
No.
Do we know where the All-Father is? Ask where it is.
The All-Father is God, right?
Where do we find the magic conch?
He said, in the clutches of a giant lord.
Okay, well that wasn't real specific.
Who is the giant lord?
That's another question.
No, I know. I'm
Yep, and
asking
then one
if
of
he
the ones-
wants to.
What is the name and location of the Giant Lord?
One of the, actually, he'll say one of the 6.
One of the 6.
Oh, wait. Hang on. Oh, one of the 5. Yes, one of the 5. It's in the clutches of one of the 5 giant lords.
To the ghost.
Huh?
To the ghost. I want to ask a question.
About what?
5 giant lords.
To ghost.
He says, well, I can tell you, he said that, well, he says, I've heard of Hecaton's conch. And he tells you that Hecaton is, was like the big dog, the storm giant, right? And he gave these conches to different Fire Lords so that they, when he summoned them, they could come to him. Sorry, not, did I say what did I say? To the giant lord. Sorry, not Fire Lords. To the giant lord.
So there's more than one conch.
Yes.
It's
Are
all
we gonna wrap
giant.
it up from them?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, also, while this is going on, I'll be using comprehend languages on the helm, so
Sure.
I can understand what you're saying.
It's all giant. So the cloud giant tells you that the cloud giant, he says the current. He says I don't know anything about the other ones. But if you're looking for the cloud giant, it's Countess Sensory. Is the name of the current cloud giant.
All right. Yes, I know.
So, four
Uh,
questions.
You want to
we
ask
only have
where
four more questions.
Harshnag just yells out, "Where's Countess Sensory?"
Yeah, I was trying to.
What were you gonna say?
I was going to say, can you tell us specifically how to get to Countess Sensory?
Travel southeast to the
Don't say
untamed moors and look to the sky for Lynn Armal, the castle of the cloud giant countess. The conch you seek is in a secret chest. Search the highest spire.
The tallest tower.
South.
Highest room, tallest tower.
I'll send this to you later.
Yeah, sure.
What other questions you want to ask?
Okay.
Where is the Storm King? He went missing, right?
All right.
He's the one who's supposed to restore.
What do we do with the conch once we have it?
We go to
It will take you to
the court.
it'll take you to Hecaton's court,
We need to root out
where
the
you need to root out the evil.
Right.
Ask
Yeah, you
how
told
to
us
root out
that
the
part.
evil.
Okay.
You asked, man.
That's what you asked.
That's 5 down. One more.
How do we root out the evil in Hecaton's court?
He was misled by his daughters, Miriam and Nim, who covet his throne. And then the last one goes. However, this is where we're gonna. This is because I'm getting the wrap it up moment. So here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys have now been sent on your next big quest. This is where you got to go.
Yep.
You got to go
We
find
gotta
this
go find
conch because that's going to lead you to the next thing. However, one last little bit. You're eventually going to figure out that if you keep asking questions about the ordning, you're going to get no responses. But each of you, the eye does not disappear because each of you are still glowing with the same light, which means each of you are going to be able to ask a personal question to the eye.
Wait, is this your wish thing?
No, it was kind of inspired by it though.
Okay.
So you guys are going to be able to ask a question that you would like to ask personally about things that you're looking for, that you're interested in for your character. We can do that through email.
Okay.
Okay, we can do that through email, and we can run that forward. Okay. Unfortunately, the store is closing, and we have to finish out, guys. It's been an honor to get to be your DM.
Yeah.
This has been a wonderful group. I really have enjoyed our time here.
Yeah.
We told a fun story. We made some epic characters. Again, I told you guys at the beginning of this, like at the end, I'm gonna be like, oh, maybe I could still find a way to DM. Oh, because it's a lot of fun, guys. It was a lot of fun.
It was.
2 weeks, a new group is gonna be started. I am gonna be a player, which will be really fun. I haven't played D&D in a long time, so played D&D as a player, I should say.
Yep.
But until then, we'll see you next time.
Can I just say one thing as kind of a little parting thing? Thanks again for everybody who's watched on this story, and even though as it fades to black and we end following on this story, be sure to tune in next time where a new story, a new D6 story,
New
shall
D6
begin.
story shall begin. D6 stories is continuing. Yeah, very good.
Season 2.
Season 2.
Yep.
I like that. All right.
Usually there's a couple months between seasons of shows. Not us.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
That's all you have.
2 weeks.
All right. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
See ya. See ya.